Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
The one-of-a-kind joy of Kellogg's cereal and ice-cold milk.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. Straight Talk always offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers. Straightforward.
What's up, Matt Ranieri? Fucking what's up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day today. It's a good day because we got NASCAR at Darlington. We got NASCAR racing. Bro, this was like the closest I ever was to missing a stream, a cup race stream, with the exception of being at the race. I woke up fucking 18 minutes ago. I woke up 18 minutes ago, and I didn't have an alarm. You know? I went to bed around like 4:30, and I felt confident that I could wake up. Luckily I did. You know, I didn't have to like hustle to get the stream set up, but I also couldn't like drag my feet either.
This is the place that legends come to win. Green flag waves.
Yeah, I had like not much time to set up my stream.
Thanks for sitting with us live on Race Day. Jen and McMurray, Chris Myers, and the crowd getting ready to roll as the cars will as well. The chase back this year, you know that by now. It was away for a dozen years or so, and most people like it. Rewards consistency. So the current standings, this is through 5 races coming into today. Denny Hamlin with that win. Last week he jumped to 4th. Chase Elliott at 5. And then 2 other Hendrick Chevy drivers are in the top 10, Larson and Byron.
Yeah, you see Gibbs right down there in 10th position, going on a roll of 3 top 5s in a row. Got a little bit of work to do today, but that team is coming around nicely as well, Chris.
Yeah, remember, no more winning, you're in. Top 16 drivers do get in. That stays intact. So the next 10, really 16, but who's on the fringe? Joey Logano just outside that top 10 with Brad Keselowski behind him. SVG, he was 5th.
Yes, today we have the Goodyear 400 from Darlington Raceway.
To make the chase, that's how quickly things could change.
Yeah, you see his teammate, Ross Chastain, at the bottom of that list. It's been a tough year for Trackhouse. SVG, you mentioned it, got off to a pretty good start, but the speed just doesn't seem to be there right now compared to what they've had in years past.
And Carson Posevar looking for that first win, making a lot of noise, hoping to work his way up. All right, let's hit the gas or pump the brakes. That's where I ask questions that you might ask. And Jamie McMurray will give you.
It is 89 degrees in sunny skies in Darlington, South Carolina.
Win the regular season title.
A little hot, but
just for people, it's the 10 races.
But yes, today's race is the Goodyear 400 from Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. It is a 293 lap race around the fucking 1.366 mile racetrack, so that is just over 400 miles, just a tad bit over. Stage breakdown for today, race breakdown for today.
Earlier to say we don't get along.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the gas on this too. This is a weird situation. It's
green flag is at 3:12.
As you listen to these two guys.
Stage 1 is 90 laps. Stage 2 is 95 laps. That'll be lap 185, and then the final 108 laps is the final stage.
And they're running somewhat close to each other on the racetrack at times. I got to think.
I hope so, Jaden.
Yeah, that's the key. If they are near each other, otherwise they might be gentlemen and move on. All right, if Denny Hamlin wins the championship, would he retire?
Yeah, I'm literally. I think this is the like freshest I've been for a cup race. I like never. I always wake up like hours before a cup race.
63, 64, 65.
I woke up 20 minutes ago.
We talk about this being a race for veterans today or experienced drivers. Will Kyle Busch end his winless streak before Brad Keselowski?
No, pump the brakes on this as well. And both are on fairly long winless streaks, but RFK has more speed in general than what RCR does right now, so I think Brad will get it done quicker.
All right.
3 drivers lost pit selection and would serve a pass-through penalty.
Grid walk with Michael coming up. Darlington Raceway, second oldest track, 1.1 miles. Been running here since 1950.
And Doug.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
They customize car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this.
This Junior.
Well, at least he spelled insurance right?
No, there's only Hocevar to the rear.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The only driver headed to the rear is
faster
Hocevar.
and stronger than Tylenol rapid-release gels. Also from Advil. Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact and lasts up to 8 hours.
Our win picks for today, I have William Byron, Dom has Ryan Blaney, and Jaden has Kyle Busch.
The most interesting man in the world. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Our names were whispered.
Our starting spots for me and Dom's, the thing that Dom does at his work, is 8 and 16. So 8th place is Kyle Busch. So if I win, I have 8. So if Kyle wins, I actually also get paid, which would make it even sweeter. I don't really care about the money. I care more about Kyle winning, but it'd be even sweeter.
Yet another toothpaste that does not quite.
And then Dom has 16. That's Carson Hocevar.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
I'm a Denny Super Slam with our Slammin' Meal Deal starting at $5.99, all under $10 and available all day and all night. Pancakes for dinner, burger for breakfast. Live your best life. Enjoy our Slammin' Meal Deals available all day and all night.
At Marshall's, our buyers hustle 24/7, so you never have to compromise on quality or price. Who said expensive taste had to be that expensive? I'm impressed. Let's talk numbers. We get the deals, you get the good stuff.
NASCAR is back at the historic Rockingham Speedway for 2 days of racing that you don't want to miss. Friday, April 3rd, the Black's Tire 200. See the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in person. Then a doubleheader on Saturday, April 4th. First, the Arca Menards Series East, and then the North Carolina Education Lottery 250 presented by Black's Tire. Experience the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series in person. April 3rd and 4th, all eyes will be on the Rock. Buy your tickets now at racetherock.com.
On a sunny day in South Carolina, the egg-shaped track that will blend NASCAR's heroes of the past with the drivers of today, and a great look. Our aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven, legendary.
Every lap, every race, every finish was built on speed.
Speed. You know speed's a drug? There's a drug called speed.
Generation to generation. Legend to legend. Speed rises above the changing of times. This place set the pace for the sport, demanding more each and every lap.
The chain of events that could lead to disaster. Oh, and he's loose! All right, there are the last. Bunch of them here. This is the big one.
75 years of pushing the pedal, risking it all for a chance at immortality.
The history and the nostalgia of this place. Richard Petty wins the Southern. Hamlin wins the Goodyear 400.
This is the original super speedway. This is Darlington.
You know, it's a big day. I saw Jeff Hammond, Jack Roush just pulled up at a golf cart. Time for a unique grid walk for such a unique track. Great to have this special guest joining Michael Waltrip. Michael, who's with you?
Oh, man, Chris. I've got a Hall of Famer. I've got a 3-time Cup champion. I've got a 5-time
Darryl Waltrip
winner. But mainly, I got my big bro, DW on the grid walk. How are you, brother?
I'm pretty good. This car, though. What about this car?
This is my Greg Biffle.
We're going to have DW in the booth?
You know, we lost Greg a few months ago, and this is one of his best tracks. And so all the RFK cars are honoring him with our tribute throwback to Greg Vipinski.
I like the way it looks. It looks pretty cool.
It does. It looks real good. It looked really good in Victor Lane. You know, DW, you won here 5 times. And I thought I was doing pretty good winning here, too. I'm a couple laps down to you.
You'll catch up. You'll catch up.
DW, let's go see Larson. Tell me, how you been? What have you been up to? You been playing golf?
Me? No, I don't play golf. I go.
Oh, there's Larson over there. Let's go find Larson. How cool is it seeing the man DW here, Larson?
It's great. Glad to have you here.
What do you think about the car today?
It's a handful, that's for sure. It's probably a lot less cars you used to drive.
Yeah, well, they were a handful for sure. You know that. So they cut the spoiler down,
and they gave them more power.
More power, less diffuser. I don't know much about cars. I just know it's a handful.
I don't know
you
much
know
about
a guy
cars.
That can go out and handle a handful better than anybody. This man, Kyle Larson. You agree, D-Dub?
Amen. He can do it.
Hey, do you think there's a chance we get a boogity out of you today?
Well, maybe we'll have to wait.
See, let's go see what Chase is doing. Maybe we can check in and see what Bill's up to. Have you seen Chase lately?
I haven't seen Chase. I haven't seen Bill. I haven't seen. Hey, buddy.
Everybody loves Daryl. Hey, Chase, look who I got with me. Hey, where you been?
At home.
That's all right.
At home.
Yeah, you looking good.
I feel good. Yeah.
Good.
How's the hot rod?
I hope it's good. We qualified better than normal, so I hope that's a good sign. But we'll see. You know, always tough.
You like this truck?
I love it. It just doesn't love me back.
Well, I remember when you showed up for the O'Reilly series in that Napa car. You made a statement right here at Darlington and got the win. Cut the car under you to do it today.
I hope so. I think our Universe Chevy's been solid. I felt like the potential was in it yesterday, which was really fun. And honestly, the new, without the downforce and everything we had going on, they were a handful. So I hope that helps. You know, we're open-minded and we're ready to go to work. So we'll see what happens.
What do you think about that, D-Dub? Larson said it, Chase said it, handful. What do you think we're going to see?
Handful.
A lot of action, right?
A lot of action, yeah. I got a good idea that they're probably going to take it easy for a while.
Is that the plan?
Maybe. You know better than that.
How's your dad?
He's good. He's good. I don't know where he's at today, but I think he's doing all right.
Let's go see one more guy. Bubba. Bubba just had a baby. Got a new baby girl in the world. How you doing, brother? Daryl. There's your other brother, Daryl. How are you? Daryl, meet your brother, Daryl.
I had a baby. It's still in there. Good to see you.
Man, you're qualified up front. The season's been awesome. It's so good as your friend to see you doing so well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's all these people right here behind me that make it happen. So excited for today. It's Darlington. It's gonna be hot, slick. No downforce. A lot of horsepower. It's a recipe for disaster.
D-Dub, how much fun's it been seeing Michael Jordan here cheering these boys on? It's been a great season for Denny and the 2311 bunch.
Oh, 100%. But I want to see this man wheel it.
Wheel it today.
Wheel it to the front.
That's exactly right. You know what I want to see you? I want you to toss this thing back to Chris Myers. Tell him to take over.
Hey, Myers, go ahead and take over. You got it, Daryl. You took over at NASCAR on Fox when we first came on the air. We appreciate that. Well, Tyler Reddick, who started the season winning a record 3 straight wins on the front row with Bubba Wallace alongside Denny Hamlin, who leads all active drivers with 5 wins here. He comes into this race as hot as the weather after his victory in Vegas. Just some of the storylines we'll be watching with you today. Thanks for watching Race Day and for being a part of NASCAR on FS1.
Jim McCallion. Our deepest sympathies are with his family and the motorsports community. At this time, please rise as you are able, remove your hat, and veterans render a hand salute as the American Legion Post 166 color guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome NASCAR alumni and Motor Racing Outreach Board of Directors member, Lake Speed.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you, Lord, with praise and thanks. Thank you so much for this amazing facility here, Lord, all the competitors, Father. Just ask your blessings on everyone, all of our fans, and just, Lord, for the military people that protect us, Lord, for the first responders that take care of us, Lord. We just lift up these things to you and ask you for your blessings on this race, to help these guys to do their best, Lord, and to have a safe race and a great race for all the fans. And we're going to ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
here to perform our national anthem. Please welcome the Paris Island Marine Band.
Merca! Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and Sam, what's that mean? What's up, Cam? How's it going? Bro, this is the closest I've ever been to, like, missing a cup race stream. Like, with the exception of the races I went to. Because I just missed those entirely. But I woke up at 2:25. Like, I didn't have an alarm set or anything. I didn't get to sleep until, like, 4:30 in the morning. But I was like, I'll be fine, I'll wake up.
But if you want a will, who'll give you a free lesson in
Dude, that would have been bad.
cockpit of a land rocket. Well, there's only one will.
Actually watched the entire pre-race, which never happens. I think by the time pre-race started, I was asleep. Yeah, I woke up at 2:25. I've been awake for half an hour.
Introducing Cerakote's rapid.
I didn't like have to hustle to get the live stream set up, but I also couldn't like drag my feet.
Longer than traditional dressings. Just wipe it on to get professional showroom shine without the greasy mess that slings on your vehicle. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 60,000 5-star reviews.
This is the best tire coat and protectant you'll ever use, guaranteed.
Buy today for under $20.
And I just happened to wake up then. Imagine if I didn't wake up. You got Larson winning today? I have William Byron winning today, but I don't know if I told you about the thing that me and Dom does at his work, where like you buy a starting spot, you pick a random starting spot, and then if you if that driver wins, you get like $110.
For up to 7 days.
Well, my guy for that is Kyle Busch. So if Kyle Busch wins, not only does Kyle Busch win, but I get paid. Now, I don't really care about the money. I more care about Kyle winning, but...
Not for her looks, but for how quick she is to leave a mark.
Oh, they're banging. That's Darlington, man.
For over 75 years, it's taken raw nerve, guts, and a little bit of luck.
But I have $5 chicken strips from KFC. I have pizza in the fridge.
This original proving ground is the track that's too tough to tame. Unless your name is...
You're gonna watch women's basketball over NASCAR? Not that I have anything against women. I just think the men's basketball is better. You know? Women are awesome at other things too. You know?
Welcomes you to the Goodyear 400 from famed
The things I would do for Kyle Busch win today? I might fuck a guy for Kyle Busch to win. I might suck a dick for Kyle Busch to win.
Darlington, and DW will be the first to tell you. Job 1 is race the racetrack.
This is a very unique track.
I think that's a feather in everyone's cap to be able to win at this place.
It is a place that I think...
Sam's only half a basketball fan. I don't hate women's basketball. It's just like, I don't get why you would watch it over like anything else.
Typically, the experienced guy will take care of his equipment a little bit better.
I mean, you know I love Sophie Cunningham.
If you can be close enough to the front to do that.
Yeah, I said it. I would suck a dick for Kyle Busch to win.
My first start here, finished second in an Xfinity race. If you're good, you're good.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Darlington Raceway. Mike Joy with three-time Darlington winner Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer, who has a runner-up Xfinity finish here. Not a lot of luck in the Cup Series.
I'm sorry, I'm just doing
We'll discuss that.
the fact that you wouldn't shows me that you're not really much of a Kyle Busch fan.
Front row. Hendrick Chevys have the second row. RFK Fords have the third row. Clint, that's about all we know.
Well, I tell you what we know. As you
That
just
would be the
heard,
first time,
Michael
yes.
Waltrip and DW, they were out there talking to these drivers. They're all concerned.
I have never
about
sucked a
low
dick in my life.
downforce, more horsepower. Hot and slick today. They're going to be slipping and sliding around. It's on everybody's radar. We're worried about it, and that's good news for us, Kat.
I'm not worried about it. I'm excited.
No, Jaden, it would be my first time.
Here in the AC.
Everything that they keep talking about is exactly what we want to see, but it's an opportunity.
Jaden, you know, I could sue you for defamation. If you can't find proof of that, then you could definitely
We got some of those
like be in a lawsuit.
with a 54
And you won't find proof of it because there is none, because it's not real.
They've got this field all mixed up, but the opportunity for a guy like Brad Keselowski, who has a great track here at Darlington.
What the fuck, Andy?
They hit it today.
All right, Mike, you said this was a beast for me. I struggled here. Had speed.
Race hasn't even started yet, and we're already off the rails.
Couldn't capitalize. Couldn't get the deal done at the end of the day. I got into the wall, had trouble in the pits, made mistakes. You cannot afford to make mistakes at this racetrack.
It seems that this track favors veterans. And Denny Hamlin starts in the top 10 today, and so does Kyle Busch.
Well, it does favor experience, and you have to take care of your equipment.
No, I would never forget to turn off the stream.
Not pass anybody and run up front. But you've got to put yourself in a position with the right side of the car, no mistakes when you start that third stage to be able to have a chance to win this race. Wait a minute, you never passed anybody and stayed up front? A lot of times, my pit crew was doing good. My car, everybody else was crashing, and I was just making laps. Let them do it, right? Let them make a mistake. That's right.
Is that why you love this place so much?
This is the one. Well, this is the one place that I miss because you could make such a difference here. You could put yourself in a position to carry that car, and there will be some of them that do that today.
Time to flip the switch. Let's go trackside in Darlington County.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Darlington Raceway, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome two members of the NASCAR Hall of Fame, class of 2026,
Curtis.
Kurt Busch and Harry Gant.
Drivers, start your engine!
Race you. Race you on dirt, sand, snow. Race you through this, over that, all day, all night. Race you on four wheels, one wheel. How about no wheels? Race you with the world watching, this guy watching. Race you to the summit, maybe not that summit, to sub 7. Any event, any terrain, any time. Race you.
Arby's Meat and 3 box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the big crispy fish sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Our names were whispered through time, from generation to generation. Our lives were to become high. The story started long ago. Don't you feel that there are things that cannot be explained? I should have known you wouldn't understand. Hey, God, don't you dare! I love my own sister after all I have given you.
So who does everybody got winning today?
A destiny for us all. Nothing is impossible for God.
The Faithful. The 3-week event begins tonight on Fox.
Go beyond the sport with Spectrum News 1.
All right, so
The Sports Report explores more than just the sport.
like I said, it's a 293-mile race or 293 lap race around a 1.366 mile racetrack. So it's just over 400 miles, just a tad bit over 400 miles. The race breakdown for today. The stages are 90 laps for stage 1, 95 laps for stage 2, so that'll be lap 185, and then 108 laps is the final stage. The fuel run is 70 to 75 laps, so you will have to pit under green during every stage if the stages go green, that is.
The 2026
And then Carson Hocevar is to the rear.
#1 in new vehicle quality.
My win pick today is William Byron. Dom has Ryan Blaney, and Jaden has Kyle Busch. For me and Dom's starting spot, things at his work where you buy a starting spot and then you, if that driver wins, you win like a pot of money.
Let's do it. Hey, Tyler.
I have 8th place, so that's my guy Kyle Busch. And Dom has Carson Hocevar in 16th place, but Carson Hocevar has actually dropped to the rear, so
On that pole lap, and you were still able
Dom still
get
gets to keep Hocevar in that scenario,
What's the
but
balance between speed and risk today for you?
you know.
Yeah, I think it's probably more minimize risk for a while here for sure. Yeah, like you said, got it all qualifying, that's for sure. So, yeah, just try and take care of the right side of this Xfinity Toyota Camry. I did a pretty good job of that in practice, and I was not nice to qualifying. So, I'll try and earn the car's trust back a little bit here at the beginning.
Well, you did a great job in both categories yesterday. Good luck, man.
Did you know that some videos from 2024 still say they are a year old? Yeah, because I can't believe I'm explaining this right now. I love you, Andy, but I cannot believe I'm explaining this right now. Because let's just say, for example, July of 2024. July of 2024 was not quite 2 years ago yet. You see? It's more like a year and what, 9 months? A year like 9 months. So, therefore, it's not quite 2 years yet. That's why it still says 1 year ago. And it doesn't say 2 years ago. I cannot believe I'm explaining this.
Coming off their best finish of the season. I talked to the team earlier today, and they told me they got that car dialed in to where they feel like they could be a race-winning car if they make the right adjustments. What's more, you make a lot of pit stops in this race, and this pit crew, one of the best in the garage. Look for them to be a big-time factor here today.
At least Sam isn't drunk-splaining. I can drunk-splain like a motherfucker. And I probably will later.
Is owned by RFK, the owner, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, the fact that we're seeing videos that say 20 years ago is crazy.
Couple potential winners there. Ryan Blaney's Ford and
Like, I think Smosh's first video. Like, if I go back to Smosh first video, I think it'll say 20 years ago.
Talking to this team, they're hopeful they'll keep that streak alive. This same rules package we've been talking about today ran 2 weeks ago at Phoenix. Well, the winner of that race was Ryan Blaney. Now, yesterday,
Yep, there you go, 20 years
a
ago.
lot of changes to get him comfortable. The task at hand today is going to be big. Watch
That's
for
crazy.
lots of adjustments all day long.
Continuing with our Goodyear starting grid, row 5, Denny Hamlin.
That is
last week's
crazy.
Winner, and a 5-time Darlington winner. And Austin Dillon, who started top 10 here the last 2 trips.
No, you didn't know that.
The rest of our lineup will be on the pylon. Let's skip all the way down to row 12. That's where we'll find Chase Briscoe. Here's Regan Smith.
No, you needed me to explain that for you, Andy.
For Chase Briscoe, tons of speed, good execution, but terrible luck early on. Well, last week they had that same speed. Unfortunately, the execution was not there. Cost them what could have been a really solid result somewhere inside the top 5. That execution problem continued yesterday in qualifying. Struggled. Turn 1 relegated him to a 23rd place starting position. But if there's a track this team knows they can dig out of the hole, it's right here at Darlington. Chase Briscoe won the past 2 Southern 500s in the fall here and led 309 laps last time that we were here. They feel good about what they got today.
Thanks, Regan. All right, more horsepower, less downforce. Our crew chief, Larry McReynolds, breaks it all down for you.
Well, Mike, you have hit it hard. Race number 6 of the season. This is the 3rd race we'll be running this low downforce, more horsepower package, but it's the biggest.
I think it was actually only the second race.
So let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car, and I'm going to show you some of the elements.
Pretty sure this is only the second race that we're using this new package.
The tapered spacer with engine horsepower.
I think we used it at the Clash, but second real race.
670 horsepower, but look at today, the size of those holes. Today, 750 horsepower. Now let's go to the rear of the race car and let's look at a couple of elements back there. Let's start with the rear spoiler that's on the back of the deck lid. Last year here, 4-inch tall rear spoiler. Today, 1 inch shorter, only 3 inches tall. but a big deal is the rear diffuser. Last year, look how big that rear diffuser is, the strakes, the fins. But today, a simple rear diffuser, much smaller, fewer strakes and fins. Now, there's less downforce in the front as well, but the effect of horsepower and rear downforce, 80 more horsepower, 400 pounds less rear downforce, that's a 40% reduction. Guys, drivers have always had their hands full at Darlington. This takes it to a whole new level.
Well, you're exactly right, Larry. And with that more horsepower, that's great. But the thing that is really good about what we're going to see today is less rear downforce. And at Darlington, that creates a complete handful for the drivers that they had with all the downforce, Clint.
What you're trying to say, buddy, is we're in for a treat, folks. This is going to be awesome.
When Darrell Waltrip retired as a driver, he was third on NASCAR's all-time win list. He won the Southern 500 driving his own car here.
Stream did not die.
1992. And for 15 years, we sent him into all.
Stream is alive and well. Well, it's alive.
Back and I called the races for Fox, and then another 4 years with.
They're loaded on your phone, probably because your Wi-Fi sucks. Oh, hey, we got DW in the booth. Can we get a boogity? If we have DW in the booth and we don't get a boogity, I will fucking riot.
It's a tough track. It really is. And of course, today with the package they have to run, it's going to be even tougher. So we'll see.
You and Stevie doing well? Glad to see you both here.
Oh no, we're both here. We came this morning and we've been over to the tent, hanging out with all the old drivers, older drivers, and some of the younger ones. And you know what I like about this track? You don't race the track. You race the cars. You race the cars. If you race the track, you'll wreck. Ooh, and you don't want to do that.
Well, wrecking's bad. Did a lot, DW. All right, I got pretty good at it.
All right, lights are off on the pace car.
15 years. Would you do us the honor of getting this going?
Yes, yes. Turn the volume up for this.
Here they roll out of turn 4.
Here they come, and you know, gosh, I haven't done this for a while, but let me see if I can get it right. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Ooh, let's go racing!
Yeah! Yeah!
You want to stick around for a few laps?
No, I don't think so.
That sounds more like order, but great job. It is great to hear everything that you've done for this sport, and great to hear those words again.
And
Darryl.
you know, the last time DW was in the booth, do you remember when that was? It was not the Sonoma race in 2019. The last race that DW was in the booth was the Bristol Dirt race in 2022. You know who won that race? Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the thing about these cars, you can't give up track position. You heard us talk about it in the pre-race. You want to be easy on the tires, but if somebody gets to racing you up in the front, and you got to be able to, in the middle of the pack, take advantage of gaining those spots while the cars are all together. Because when they get spread out, it really takes a while to work yourself past them. So right now, these guys are all trying to get everything they can from a track position standpoint.
Well, that's the hard thing, too, is you can't afford to lose track position. Passing's going to be a premium. We heard these drivers talking about it. So sorting this thing out is one thing, but I don't want to give spots up.
Regan?
Well, Mike, on the first lap, their leader, Tyler Reddick, having a little bit of an issue. I believe he said voltage trouble potentially.
Wait, did DW actually already leave?
It's the bump off of turn 2, and something is happening right now. So keep an eye on that here as we get going early on.
Yeah, and one thing that could be is, you know, especially when these high-speed laps, it's, you know, something might be loose, something, or it's coming off the ground. We heard that yesterday, Clint. Those rear tires will actually come off the ground because of that bump over there when these things are at low air pressure and on the bump stops.
Here comes Blaney. He's taken Chase Elliott, moves up to 6th, started 7th. Elliott started 3rd, has dropped back to 7th.
Yeah, and you heard Chase Elliott talk about how happy he was with his car. Now we're going to go 3 wide right here. We got Daniel Suarez on the inside of Denny Hamlin.
Bro does not care anymore. You mean
Suarez.
DW?
Good job hooking the bottom down there on the apron. Denny kind of was in no man's land in the middle. Was slow to rotate. Suarez he's going to get him, Kevin.
Yeah, and I don't like running these cars on the bottom of the racetrack right now. I know you have to pass, but I just believe
Kyle Busch has fallen from 8th to 10th.
Run of everything that happens if you aren't up against the wall.
Darrell, which end of this racetrack did you favor?
Well, you did most of your passing in turns 1 and 2, which was 3 and 4 now. You had to be careful in turns 3 and 4 because it was so slick and the way the turn was laid out. If you were not cautious, You get up too high, you get in the loose stuff, you'd spin out. So you just have to really work hard on 1 or 2 and take it easy on 3 and 4.
And now, you know, 3 and 4 that he's talking about is now 1 and 2. I think that the thing that is really hard about that wall, and we saw it in qualifying yesterday,
DW wants to go home.
You've got that big notch in the wall where they've all hit the fence so many times that it's hard to follow that wall because it's not straight.
Here's Tyler Reddick.
Just make sure he's got as much driver cooling stuff off as he can and turn his AC down to minimum. I got the AC off, pumping a sense of a bowl.
Well, that's not fun because today is the hottest day that these guys have had in the race car. And racing here at Darlington is always a full day's work inside the car. You're going to sweat, the outside temperature is high, and having to turn that off on lap 1 is not ideal.
Not at all. 6th straight race that Tyler Reddick has led here at Darlington.
Just right now, you see Austin Dillon, great start to the weekend for RCR. Both cars, him and his teammate Kyle Busch, qualifying well. It's good to see those guys running.
Yesterday, Ryan Priest said, the front of my car is behaving like the back should, and the back is behaving like the front should. I saw him before the driver's meeting. He says, gosh, I hope they got that switched around, but have a look at the 60 car here.
Yeah, we thought he should just drive it in reverse and see if he had a better opinion, but it was definitely a handful yesterday, and he was pretty adamant that he needed to do something different, and he just touched that apron right there, and since they've repaved turn 2 over there, that apron is not as friendly as it used to be.
Reddick is having electrical issues.
Sharper, and in these cars, it'll actually grab the splitter, and it'll really unload that car.
And look, when he moved up, Byron, all that got in the wall off it too. Very narrow racing quarters. They're actually off the racetrack. It's so narrow over there in 2.
Coming to 10 laps complete, Tyler Reddick has led them all. His teammate Bubba Wallace in 2nd. Kyle Larson 3rd for Chevrolet, and Brad Keselowski 4th for Ford. Nice to see that turnaround for Keselowski. Last week he qualified.
Hey, at least I didn't have to wait all day for the race to start.
Great races so far this season.
I should do that more often. Just wake up like right before race starts.
Yeah, well, when you qualify up front, it allows you to make adjustments on your car with the cars that are racing in the front of the pack instead of trying to survive for your life and make it through the field. So as we ride on board as Ford Racing on board right here, this is one of Brad's best tracks, and I believe a day that he can really capitalize on, qualifying in the front and having a chance to win like we've seen him do so many times here.
But it doesn't end with Keselowski, guys. His teammate Chris Buescher, another one. Those RFK cars are extremely fast.
They finished on the lead lap of every race so far this year. 3 of only 6 drivers who have done so.
This is where the dream begins. Quick catch, remember me?
My younger self?
Yep, I'm the you who never gave
Dude, I
up.
fucking hate this commercial.
If we push ourselves, we'll go further than we ever thought we could.
Can we stop with this fucking commercial?
Are you Marsha?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here. Usually not an interweb dating guy. Barely ever use this phone computer. Unless it's to bundle my insurance with Liberty Bibbity.
Oh, same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can save hundreds bundling with Bibbity.
Bibbity?
Bibbity?
Bibbity.
Bibbity.
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some lasagna.
And some cannolis.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Arby's Meat and 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the big crispy fish sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
That's how you feel about the Liberty Bibbity?
We have the meat.
The Bush Guy, cold and smooth survival skills. With red touches yellow, it'll kill a fellow. But if blue touches white, it's light. Head for the mountains.
We'll come back later.
Stop debating between razor burn and burning through another razor. Start shaving with Gillette. With 3 times more protective coatings, no refillable blade lasts longer, so even your 30th shave is still smooth and comfortable.
NASCAR fans, you earn the driver's seat. What are you waiting for? Sign up for the free NASCAR Fan Rewards loyalty program today at NASCAR.com/fanrewards.
Saturday night, it's baseball night on Fox. Reigning MVP Aaron Judge leads the Yanks against the Giants, while Bobby Witt Jr. and the Royals take on the Braves. Baseball Night in America returns Saturday, 7 Eastern on Fox. Check local listings.
Yeah. That seems to be a lot of companies' marketing strategy.
I've noticed about these, the drivers particularly, but the cars more or less, these cars are hot.
They are hot.
There's not a lot of room in there for the air to move around, and so it's, you have to really, you've got to really take care of yourself and your body.
I'm glad you said that. Well, we already had our pole sitter, the leader of the race, Tyler Reddick. He's having trouble with the power on his car. Had to turn off the AC and all that stuff. I know you didn't have AC, but how'd you guys stay cool?
Tough. We're just tough.
Well, you didn't have the right side window on these tracks, and you didn't have that window net trying to fill up the whole window, and you weren't as worried about aerodynamics, were you, that you had to have the car all closed off with no air coming in it?
But Mike, we slowed down about 4 seconds.
Well, they're fast. And these fellows will slow down too. There's going to be quite a bit of fall off as we go through this first long tire run.
Let's hear this audio from Reddick here.
No light on the alternator. It is off. Constant off. Maintain 12.
No, thank you.
That's not different. Okay, very good. Very good.
All right, 12.7 volts.
That's pretty
enough.
good. Yeah, well, I think that's okay for a while, and I think that these batteries will last for a while with everything off. But they caught it. They caught it early. Luckily, it's 100 miles less than the Southern 500, but that's a long ways to go without having something happen as far as lowering the volts.
Really, that's cool.
So Tyler Reddick has led from the drop of the green flag. Dave Marcus waved the green flag today. A lot of the NASCAR alumni, past champions and stars are here.
Mike, I'm here.
Darrell Waltrip is, of course, here.
Guys, I tell you who else is here, and he's making his way all the way to the back. Had to go to the back to replace the toe link that we bit, Kevin.
Yeah, Hocevar's up to 28.
And we're already up 8 positions. Hocevar moving up through the field.
Now, he had to start in the back because he got into the wall yesterday, and they had to replace a right front upper control arm, and when you do that, you forfeit your starting spot.
Well, they all better get going back there because Reddick has clean track, and he is running them down really quick, being able to get to the back of the pack. Larry?
Yeah, we're 20 laps in, Kevin.
Right,
and
the
as we
Forte.
see, the pace has already slowed down about 2.25 seconds. One thing I've watched Tyler Reddick do for about the last 8 to 10 laps, he's a little smoother with the throttle, but he's not being able to go wide open with the throttle. He's only going about 80 to 90%, where obviously I'm going up against right now, watching Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson. They don't stay 100% long because they can't, but he's not really going wide open throttle.
Yeah, and that's where he beat them in practice. Whether it was a short run or a long run, he was beating those guys in practice through turns 1 and 2. His car was a little bit freer, but he would keep that car loaded up with partial throttle, where everybody else would try to spike the throttle halfway through the corner. He's holding that partial throttle all the way to the exit of the corner and just taking that partial throttle mid-corner speed.
Now, in these 23 laps we've run, lap times have slowed about 2 seconds from the fastest laps of the day so far. Chase Briscoe started 23rd, won here in the fall. He's picked up 5 spots. They're trying to climb out of a point standings hole, and we listened in on their team meeting this morning.
All right, so yeah, based on what we saw yesterday, right now it still kind of looks like it'll probably be a one-stop through the first 2 stages.
Already seeing about 2 seconds worth of fall off. Only 20 laps in.
I feel like we had a decent car in practice, and obviously we plugged in.
Yeah, I say you have to pit for fuel, but I don't even know if your tires would last the whole fuel run.
And get ourselves where we need to be in points. So, I know we were really good on pit road here last year, so if we can repeat that, we'll be in good shape. So, all right, let's have a good day. Cheers.
Our crew chief James Small was talking about strategy and trying to gain track position, maybe get some points during the stages. And he says, boy, in this point system, he told our Bob Pockris, they need points, but trying to do that is more risky than it's been in the past.
We're riding along with Toyota onboard here with Chase Briscoe.
I love the host of our car. It looks sick.
In a good way, and I like how he's doing it, Kevin. Hugging the bottom and going with her or not. That car's pretty fast. You tell me I need a maneuverable car. I see the 19
absolutely. You see
Ooh,
contact right there.
Briscoe and Dillon made contact.
But we expect this 19 car to contend before the end of the day. Just had a little trouble, as you heard his crew chief say, plugged it in the fence there in qualifying.
3 Toyotas, 4 Chevys, and 3 Fords in the top 10 after 25 green flag laps in Darlington.
Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the tea. Now with the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. 0% financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Nothing stops Ram.
Purchase this 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie and get 0% financing for 60 months, or get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $4,500 total bonus cash allowance.
One vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
How did you do this? I'll show you.
The whole park now runs off Xfinity. The network can self-heal too. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow. Something even smarter than Alan?
I don't think so. Yeah, he's pretty smart. Yeah.
A whole new species of Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years.
So there I was, scrolling eBay.
When I saw this.
Still in the box. It's like the exact same one my mom wore.
This whole time it was right there on eBay.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
Timmy Hill's already gone 2 laps down. He must have had to
Slice
pit.
so good, hit like boom. Papa John's, fill the room. Fresh, never frozen, original dough made from 6 simple ingredients. Get 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Okay, your home, auto, and business vehicle are all protected with Progressive.
Nice. It gets a bit overwhelming running a business and a family.
Ooh, sounds like someone could use a vacation.
Huh. I actually have a lot of work that I need to do.
Hi, what's your refund policy?
Your truck is made to work hard, and Valvoline heavy-duty diesel engine oil keeps it that way. With up to 35% better wear protection, it's specially formulated to protect when engines are pushed to the limit. Make the switch to Valvoline heavy-duty diesel today.
30 laps complete as these cars slide around Darlington Raceway, and lap times now off 2.5 seconds from the quickest laps of the day. Let's go to pit road. Jamie.
Mike, this is a great place for Eric Jones in the 43, up 7 spots. He knows how to win here, a 2-time Southern 500 winner. Feedback right now, still a little bit free. You heard that a lot in practice yesterday. Made a lot of adjustments to help it. He said he's not bad in 1 and 2, but needs some help in 3 and 4. Beautiful paint scheme on the 43, though, for Eric Jones, going the right direction. Josh?
Hamlin, a 5-time winner here at Darlington. Remember just how confident he was going into the race because of how good that car was last week at Vegas. The opposite this week, they did not feel good about what they were able to get the car to yesterday. Too tight. Came over the radio once again saying it's tight middle, tight corner, tight exit. They're going to have to work on that thing to get where they need to be, Regan.
Well, Brad Keselowski running in the 3rd place right now, having a great start to the day in that Greg Biffle throwback scheme. And of course, Greg Biffle so very good at this racetrack, but Brad Keselowski is as well, 2-time winner here. And right now, he is using a lot of driver IQ to be meticulous on the racetrack, as the crew chief told me that they would have to do today. Car right now just a little bit free, but he is happy with it and turning some very good lap times, guys.
The leader's gotten into race traffic, and it's Joey Logano. Logano qualified 29th, and he's dropped 5 spots. Here's his radio.
Well, this is exactly what
Logano goes a lap down,
You're gonna have
too.
some guys that hit it like the 45, and you're going to have some guys that completely miss it. Like
You want to go to the Regan Smith School of fumbling over your words? I actually do think Regan Smith is pretty good at TV. I mean, he does fumble over his words sometimes.
And you hear
That happens.
right there, the back of the car just not in the track.
Daryl's like nothing's changed. Is there anything worse at Darlington than a car that won't grip the racetrack at either end?
Well, what the problem is I think some of these guys are running the same setup they ran here before. And I think that's probably messing with the car. Because I think you have to change the setup because the car is looser. You got that spoiler, you got more horsepower. So I think they need to adjust to the car to the track rather than the track to the car.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where they had to try to change the car to the aero pieces that they have on the car this time around. So it's a pure guess until you actually get them in the race and start racing them. Larry?
Yeah, Kevin, this stage is 90 laps.
That 38
So
car is pretty
if you
nice.
Split it right down the middle. That's lap 45, which is 10 laps from now. And I think that's what a lot of people's thinking. That way they get advantage of both sets of tires in this run right here. But I do believe what you might see here in about 5-6 laps, you may see some starting to come a little bit early.
Well, I think I'd pit early. If my car was not very good, I'd have to pit early and give me some tires and kind of tighten the thing up.
Yeah, but you're a driver. You want 4 tires as many times as I can give them to.
Well, I know, but you got to have them. You got to have tires.
I'm also behind, and that's going to help me. We got to find an advantage somewhere, Kevin. Get me out there. Get me in early. Let me capitalize on some speed.
You got 2 guys that are going to pit first. The guy
Expect the team to still shut up with a throwback.
The guy
Yeah.
that's just struggling because his car is so bad, like Daryl is saying. So you don't want to keep losing spots. And the Reddick is running so fast that if you keep screwing around, you're going to get lapped.
Justin Allgaier is in, and Blaney is coming, to your point. Jamie?
Ryan Blaney coming down pit road right now. They called him in a little bit tighter than yesterday is the feedback for the 12 car. Air pressure adjustment as you see him working on the right side there. A couple others came down with him. Guys working on the left side for Blaney. Been pretty quiet overall, but those changes going to be needed throughout this race.
You saw him wrestling both of those tires at the front of the car.
Green flag pit stops are underway.
Right there, and this is what you don't want. Don't get to pit road too hot.
Got Blaney on pit road.
Austin Dillon and Kyle Larson on
Larson's pitting now.
You got to get in right now, Mike. If your car
They might
bad,
have to
you
pit
gotta get
again
You
in
gotta
this
adjust
stage. I would have
because
waited
it's
a few
long
laps.
race, even if it's 400 miles. But it's nonetheless, you got to get in and adjust on it.
And just don't get lapped. That's the key, right? Like, just keep yourself on the lead lap. That's the most important thing.
The most important thing is don't
Sendick
make a
is
mistake.
pitting.
That's so easy to do at Darlington. The pit road entry to this place is by far the hardest we have.
Austin Cindric, William Byron, Brian Preece on pit road, and Ricky Stenhouse.
All right, guys. Just keep an eye on this track map. We're going to obviously keep track of the leader. We're going to keep track of who pitted early, who short pitted, long pitted. Be able to keep track of this.
Well, and if you're the leader like Tyler Reddick is, it just keeps getting better for you. You have a huge lead. Now you can wait for everybody to pit and pit later than everybody else, so your tires are fresher than everybody's on the track.
And the first of the leaders, Brad Keselowski, gave up 3rd place to make his stop.
I think that's a good move. I think coming in right now is a good time to come in, get some tires, adjust on the car a little bit, and hopefully you'll be better for the long run.
And in Brad's case, his car was so good on the long run, I think he can take advantage of some guys by forcing them to pit to make them run a couple laps longer.
Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain in the pit lane. Bubba Wallace is in. So is Ty Gibbs.
Well, Mike, I've enjoyed being up here with you guys, but I'm going to go and watch the race from the infield.
You're going to go to the pits. Get
No,
some
I'm not.
tires.
I'm not going down there. I'm going to the
alumni tent.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's so great to have you and Stevie, your daughter and son-in-law, join us. Great to have you back at the track, and thanks for getting us started off in fine style.
You got it, buddy.
Thanks to DW for joining the broadcast today, giving us those amazing words that we've longed to hear.
As part of NASCAR's Alumni Weekend here at Darlington.
Kyle Busch is pitting.
In the pit lane, again, these are green flag stops scheduled First stop of the day. We've been green since the start. Ty Dillon is in.
Larry, all right, the 12 car short pitted him a little bit, kind of led the charge coming on, but Reddick's still out there. What are we thinking here?
Yeah, I'm not a bit surprised. I feel
TW did not want to be in the booth today.
of both sets of tires. They're going to run close.
I mean, if he really didn't want to, he would not have done
It's
it.
only 3 laps from now. Splitting it
Probably just didn't want to be in there for a long
He's
time.
just in control of everything right now, Clint. He's got the best pit stall, he's got the best car, and he had a massive lead, so he can just keep playing the strategy game of being in control by having those fresher tires, because he can give up so much time that he had built up in the lead.
Chase Briscoe is in. Chris Buescher just got 4 fresh Goodyears and a fill-up of Sunoco race fuel with zero carbon bioethanol. Riley Herbst, Noah Gregson, Eric Jones.
Got Riley Herbst, Eric Jones, Noah Gregson on pit road.
Making stops under green.
Reddick is still yet to pit.
So that will leave 10 of the first 11 Daniel Suarez. So 10 cars at the top of the board, still on the racetrack.
And you see Ryan
Pitting this time.
going to get his lap back right here.
So Reddick's going to pit
which
now.
is obviously what you want to do in case the caution comes out, but he's got to make hay while he's got those fresh tires on there. So
Yeah, I don't know. I think Blaney might actually end up passing Reddick for the lead.
You see the 6-car Brad have to check up right there for Reddick trying to slow down.
Now he's got Zilich in front of him too.
Yeah, I think Reddick's going to lose the lead here.
Problematic for that leader. I know he had a big pad, but let's see where he comes out.
Wow, a lot of traffic there in the pit lane.
It's unfortunate timing there for Reddick.
Chase Elliott has made his stop. Todd Gilliland in, Michael McDowell. And here's Josh.
Well, for Chase Elliott, you saw him just come into pit. People on the radio said that car just spin a little too tight, worked those rears too much. He got 4 tires of fuel on that stop.
Well, for Tyler Reddick, they decided to do exactly what Larry McReynolds said. They were going to split it right down the middle to take full advantage of both these sets of tires. As for that battery issue and alternator issue, he's been updating the teams. It's down to 12.5 as we see trouble on the right side right there. This is going to be a slow pit stop.
Oh, and a slow pit stop for Reddick. So Blaney takes the lead. And Reddick loses a lot of time there. Going to lose a lot of track position. Really, really bad stop.
So he's going to wind up losing the lead, most likely, right here.
And look,
he's going to go.
That's to
going to be almost half a lap down.
Look how much ground he made up by short pitting. Great job. That's why the business is made in those pits. Big time problems for the 45.
And that's exactly what we've been talking about. This is a tough day. Tyler's hot in the car. The pit crew
Brad's
guys
the leader.
Jumping over the wall. They've done a great job on pit road all year, but just to having that issue.
Yeah, that was horrendous for Reddick.
Comes on the days when your car is
the combination of waiting a few laps, letting your tires die down more, having to slow up for traffic,
as Joey Logano pits,
and then that slow stop itself.
Are getting beat by a guy with a broken femur who is still recovering, but boy is he motivated. That's Brad Keselowski.
Yo, Cam, are you ready for opening day?
Rule breakers. We don't ask permission. We don't seek approval. We just are. The most relentless, unpretentious athletes on the planet. Chasing glory at 200 miles per hour. Defiantly unapologetic. Authentically NASCAR.
Yes, sir.
I've been told my whole life that I'm pretty fast. For a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Because with the right team, you write your own story. So no, I'm not fast for a girl. I'm fast, period.
Chili's wanted to reintroduce the Presidente Margaritas to a race car audience, but that was pretty complex, so we came up with the catchy line. Presidente, Presidente, that's all we wanna do is Presidente. Now, is this here country song about Chili's Presidente Margaritas just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente Margaritas? Yup, sure is. Presidente.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Hey, if you're missing football, we've got the cure. The United Football League has returned with a new season of pro football in the spring. UFL kickoff weekend starts this Friday, 8 Eastern, and continues Saturday at 4 on Fox. Here at Darlington Raceway, 52 complete Brad Keselowski is the race leader, and there is the sequence of where everyone was running prior to pit stops. After Tyler Reddick led the first 45 laps, he came to pit road, and Larry, it all came undone.
Yeah, I still believe they had the right strategy, but watch the right side right here. You see the right side tires are going on, and right there he's going to have to jack it back up because the right front lug nut is not on. The good thing is they acknowledge it, but that pit stop, 16.9 seconds. So now, instead of maybe being right up there back battling for the lead, he's back in 6th. He's over 11 seconds behind the leader right now, Brad Keselowski. Another advantage to short pitting as far as we run now, if the caution comes, even the guys that pitted late in that cycle, everybody's coming back to pit road for 4 tires.
Well, let's look at somebody who's been moving forward and doing quite a job of it. That would be Ty Gibbs, that white and blue Toyota.
Doesn't surprise me a bit, Kevin. Extremely fast when we were following along with all these Toyotas and the Gibbs cars. But
81 days until the World Cup.
Ty Gibbs was extremely fast.
Am I ready for the UFL? I am not going to be watching any of that.
The second best car yesterday in qualifying. He put himself deep in the field. Just take care of it. Don't stick the car in the fence. Don't take a chance that you don't need. Just use the speed for the car that the car has and make good clean passes, and he's done that.
And Ty Gibbs is on a roll. He's finished in the top 5 in the last 3 races.
And you keep putting yourself in the top 5, you're going to win. All 3 of these Gibbs cars right here.
That's all of them.
Yeah, well,
all 4 of them.
Briscoe is, he is definitely moving forward. As good as Ty Gibbs is doing, Chase Briscoe goes right by him right there. So this car is quick. Jamie?
Kyle Busch is falling back to 17.
Car yesterday, they did work on it, but in qualifying, he smacked the wall. Hated it for his team. He apologized to them. But I talked to his crew chief this morning, Tyler Allen, and he said, long run, we're as good as anybody. We tell them you have to take care of it for the first 10 laps. After that, we are going to be passing guys. And then with
RCR power, yeah.
So watch for that 54. Still knocking on the door for his first career win.
Thanks, Jamie. For more on our pole sitter, Tyler Reddick, Larry.
Yeah, Mike, I actually...
You know, it is a little funny that everybody asked for more horsepower, and then we finally got more horsepower, and I really just don't notice a difference. I really just don't.
They have been talking to him about the voltage. Right now, 12.7. We figure it's going to be higher voltage when you're running less throttle.
Doesn't seem like there's really any difference.
If you're using less throttle, the voltage should go up a little bit from less throttle to electronic control.
Like, if you didn't tell me there was more horsepower, I wouldn't know.
Well, you hear him working the throttle right there, and as this run goes, he's just going to partial throttle this thing more and more. But this is the end that he beats him on down here through 1 and 2. He's just so good. Here's throttle. He holds a steady throttle, as you heard right there, instead of going all the way to wide open. A lot of guys will go partial throttle, rush a little bit of full throttle, back off, turn back down the hill. But Tyler has just had a little bit different strategy through turns 1 and 2, and it's made good speed for his car.
Brad Keselowski, since the pit stop, has led the next 14 laps.
Can it be? It's been 64 races since his last win, Kevin. You know where that was?
Right here.
Right here in Darlington, that's right.
Well, we know that Brad is really good here, and we know that the RFK cars qualified better this weekend.
It's a funny ass memory. I remember in like 2nd grade, I told Cam, we were just like on the bus, and I was like, yo, you know that like Richard Petty has like the most wins, right? He has like 200 career wins. And then Cam, for whatever reason, gets triggered. He's like, yeah, I know that. Don't tell me things that I already know. Like, you're just telling me things that I already know. Like, he got so, like, salty.
Lifetime achievements. And all 3 RFK cars are celebrating the life of Greg Biffle here today at Darlington. A very special race for this team. A lot of motivation.
If you want an experience that wakes you up, a place where you can scream to your heart's delight, go ahead. No one will hear you anyway. Here, you don't just watch. You feel. Come as you are and have a damn good time.
I think I had like just learned that because I had just gotten into NASCAR.
That's us.
And I just wanted to talk some NASCAR history with my boy Cam, but then he just like, I already know that. I already know, dude. How do you not? Like, you're just telling me things I already know.
The American people, 0% financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Nothing stops Ram.
Purchase this 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie and get 0% financing for 60 months, or get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $4,500 total bonus cash allowance.
It's like the end of the day.
I was just trying to talk some ball, dude.
My girl moment. Plus, I listed this on eBay in like 2 seconds. I got a really good price. Okay, next.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Someone didn't, I don't remember that. Someone didn't know who David Ortiz was? That's crazy.
Yep, that's my mom. The absolute legend who went from gaming on her phone to ruthless online streaming slayer with no mercy for any living thing is your mom?
Hey, guys.
Oh, wait, no, I wasn't in your class in 4th grade. I remember because they wanted us separated. They were like, you will never be in the same classes ever again.
Level up your connection with
I was like, you're a
wireless
bitch.
and home internet, now available across the nation.
The fucking counselor, she had it out for us.
When COPD
Dude, she was so stupid. That girl was so dumb.
3-in-1 inhaler. Better breathing starting within 5 minutes.
And it's so annoying, too.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 bucks has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meats.
You told her you wanted to be a baseball player, and she said you'll never be a baseball player. What a bitch. Yeah, I remember I would tell her shit like that. I was like, I want to be a NASCAR driver. And she was like, as a counselor, you're supposed to, like, you know, be supportive. Because she was the counselor. It's like, you're supposed to be supportive of young kids. And she was just like, yeah, that's very unlikely to happen. You're probably never going to have that happen.
Right now,
it's like, damn. Bitch. I bet she's dead now. She's probably dead.
Won the Southern 500 by an incredible 14 laps. 43 wins in a Ford. Bill Elliott, 40. Joey Logano and Brad, the winningest active drivers. The next Ford to win a Cup race will be Ford's 750th victory all time.
So Brad Keselowski's leading right now.
Keselowski, the
getting close to deciding our Mr. 69.
Keselowski started 5th, Blaney 7th.
Well, we knew Ryan Blaney was going to be good on the long runs. The only question that I challenged
She actually might be. It's been a long time.
Was what was going to happen to him.
Yeah, that bitch probably dead.
I think as we talked about, you know, those fast laps are a lot slower on race day.
Do you know of anybody else? Do you know of like any other teachers? I remember that one teacher that we had. I remember she died. But do you know of any other teachers that died?
On the scoreboard right now.
Well, here's Bubba Wallace, that purple car, in third with a little wiggle.
The school's
there.
in rough shape.
One of his best tracks.
They're getting a new principal.
And really, he's had a great
Yeah, I feel like they've been through like multiple different principals.
At Tyler Reddick's qualifying lap, he's like, yeah, that's just Reddick doing Reddick things, and I think his approach was not far off and still conservative to not hit the wall. Reddick was going for broke, and he didn't care if he hit the wall, and actually did hit the wall.
So Brad Keselowski's Mr. 69.
So Bubby's doing a nice job.
You talk about an approach and talking about Bubba, he has been squeaky clean, just not making mistakes and being
Miss
quiet
Kelton.
on that racetrack. And that's
Wasn't she the kindergarten one?
And fourth is the first Chevrolet in the race.
That doesn't surprise me.
Larson running right where he started after this first round of pit stops. The September 23 winner here.
Yeah, and I can't believe
She
that
just retired? Bro, that bitch was like 90 years old like when I was there.
It's very interesting to listen to.
She was not a bitch. She was actually very
He
nice.
is inside the car. We hear Larry talking about fuel strategy. We know he's got the alternator issue, but he's still got a really, really fast car and keeps making that time up and making his way forward. So Reddick's still in this thing. Just got to keep the car together and get those stops to be clean on pit road.
Sixth for RFK, Chris Buescher, the grinder.
The grinder? The fuck?
6 races here, Josh.
Well, yes, and this has been a very good track for Chris Buescher, and I talked to Scott Cruz, his crew chief, earlier today. Told me they unloaded yesterday where they expected to be. Felt good about where they got to the car at the end.
Miss Reed is still alive. She lives in the Queechee trailer park. Dude, she hated us. She hated us.
They told him, you're doing a great job. Just keep holding serve.
Blaney is catching Brad.
In the top 10 so far today.
So 2 of the Penske Fords in the top 10, including Austin Cindric. Blaney in second, Cindric now in 7th.
The one interesting thing I will say is we look at Austin Cindric right here having a nice day running 7th. The Fords are
Wasn't Miss Kelton the fucking kindergarten teacher though?
A tighter balance in traffic, just in general. And I think with everything that we're talking about, with the rear of the cars not being where they need to be for all these guys, I think that their natural balance of the Ford kind of leans towards what this package is as far as being too loose in the back from a balance standpoint.
Here's Chase Elliott in 8th. He started 3rd, his best qualifying effort ever here.
Well, we know Chase Elliott does a nice job all day of just keeping himself in the game. He was very happy with
She died a few years back.
Practice section. We mentioned how well it was driving, and when the driver's comfortable, that usually goes a long way in the confidence category, but hasn't got off on the.
Damn, she never got to experience Drake May. That's
just
sad.
keep yourself in the game. Don't get up.
She never got to
against
see
the wall,
Roman
don't make any
Anthony.
mistakes until we get to the end of this thing.
And that's exactly what you've seen with his teammate riding right
It's
there.
fucking
I think
sad,
you're
dude.
right. When
Such
you talk
tragic.
about a new package, you look at simulation. Everybody's kind of running around at the same time is what I mean by that organizationally. You see all those Gibbs cars running together. You see William Byron and his teammate Elliott right here. A lot of figuring out, a lot of sorting out. As we're learning.
Looks like Blaney was catching Brad, but now it looks like
These Chevrolets with a new
Elliott's
body.
kind of
Byron won this race 3
dissipated a little bit.
Back behind him, another Chevrolet. This would be Daniel Suarez, who started 11th. Regan.
Well, Mike Daniel Suarez continues to have a good start to his tenure with Spire Motorsports. He and crew chief Brian Sparks working very good together, good chemistry, good communication. As for the race car right now, started the race on the tight side. Continues to be just a little too tight for him in turns 3 and 4, being those front tires not working quite as good as he'd like. Jamie.
A little further back in the field, all the Gibbs cars racing around each other. Christopher Bell in the 20, just not where he wants to be right now. It all started with the way they unloaded yesterday. I talked to Adam Stevens this morning, and he said they were just off, just way too tight. They weren't able to move the needle too much, and he said it's hard to get confidence in a race car on such a high degradation racetrack. They knew they were going to be.
He fell out of his seat and she freaked the fuck out and ran to get to the. I don't remember that. When did he fall out of his seat?
Back to the front, and Brad Keselowski, who's now been out front at Darlington for the last 31 laps.
Born from bootleggers, built by rules.
I remember back when I was in her class, I had like, I think I might have a touch of the tism, a little bit of a touch of the tism, because I was really into like emergency vehicles back in the day. I really loved like EMS vehicles and like police, fire. I always just loved those cars and like those trucks and everything. Like, just had like a weird obsession with them. Like I said, I think I had a bit of autism. But like, I would like draw pictures of them, and she would like get mad. She was like, "Not everything needs to be about this, Sam. Not everything has to be about this." It's like, bitch, shut up.
Arby's Meat in 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the big crispy fish sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Ooh, that new Cologuard Plus test. 10 out of 10.
If you guys talk about NASCAR one more time, you're going to the principal's office. I do not remember that. That's hilarious, though.
Got you. The square jaw says.
See, nowadays, I would just start talking about NASCAR again. I'd be like, this class is fucking boring. I'll get out of here.
Non-invasive, no prep, and better than ever. For people 45 plus at average risk, it's the box that checks all the boxes for screening. False positive and negative results may occur. Not for risk. Ask your provider or request Cologuard Plus online.
The Bush Guy.
Yeah, he wouldn't have done
Smooth
anything.
skills. To avoid going in circles, make note of recognizable
Dude, I
language.
remember. No, I can't even talk about this one memory
What's wrong with
that I
going in
had.
circles?
Probably the most trouble I ever got in elementary school. It was actually fucked up. I was actually really in the wrong for it.
It's the UFL kickoff on Fox. Here we go.
Yeah, I can't even talk about that.
With a bang as the perennial powerhouse Birmingham Stallions take on the newcomer Louisville Kings. With new teams and new rules.
UFL is a testing lab for the future of football.
This is
Nah, I really can't. I really can't.
UFL kickoff.
It's really fucked up. I mean, I was a kid, so it's like
Fox and ESPN.
I didn't really know any better, but like it was pretty fucked up.
Since 1950, they've raced at Darlington Raceway. The fans love to come here, show off their throwback gear. Meet up with
You know what? I'll say it. I'll say it. But this does not leave this stream. Except it probably will. I don't care. I was in 4th grade. I was a kid. I really did not know what this word meant. I had no clue. Some kid just told me to say this to this other guy. My friend, he was like, go up to him and say this. And I was like, okay. So I went up to the kid and I was like, I'm going to R-word you. Like, straight up. I was just told to say that. I had no clue what it meant. The kid just told me to say it, and I went up and said it to this kid. And I got in a lot of trouble.
Right with him is Riley Herbst having a really good day.
Riley's done a great job. We talk so much about the 2311 cars, but Riley in his 2nd year now, coming to one of the toughest racetracks that we go to, but taking advantage of his teammates and his organization's speed today with a solid run so far.
Denny Hamlin, last week's winner, started 9th, and here he is in 13th.
Well, exactly what we expect to have him working.
You remember Fritz? He was the one who told me to say it.
His lap times right now way better than.
I miss that kid, but he did cause trouble.
Still got a handful, even though his car's fast.
Right behind him is Chase Briscoe, and Briscoe has picked up 9 positions since the green flag. Regan?
Well, Mike, that's exactly on pace with where Crew Chief James Small told me he thought they would be. He said, I don't think we're going to...
Yeah, that's what I'm not proud of.
But if we could get 4 or 5 spots each time we put a set of tires on each run of the race, that's exactly what we need to do today. As for the race car, Chase started this run off just a little bit too tight, but it's already migrated freer this run than it did the previous.
There's times where you forget what we were like, yeah.
15th is Eric Jones, a 2-time Darlington winner. And that nice Richard Petty, or Wally Dollebeck driving for Richard Petty paint scheme. That's pretty sharp. That's the Advent Health onboard camera.
Yeah,
and with Eric Jones today.
Eric is just.
But yeah, then I remember I went to the principal's office, Mr. Kornfeld, and he like had to he had to explain to me what rape meant.
Won races here, so great racetrack for Eric Jones.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's bad.
Ty Gibbs running in 16th, just ahead of Christopher Bell. Gibbs started 26th. He is plus 10. Christopher Bell started 20th. He's plus 3.
I'm scratching my head a little bit with the Gibbs cars, and I'm going to take you to Bell next, like you were talking about. All of them running right there together, but not. You talk about a bingo card, Kevin.
Been very clean and green this first stage.
So far, needing some adjustments.
Brad Keselowski's your leader. Only been 2 leaders today, Tyler Reddick and Brad Keselowski. Oh, Ryan Blaney had led a few laps, but
Brad Keselowski, who had earned a total of just 2 stage points so far this season, is out front. And what a turnaround, because Fords did not lead a single lap here last Labor Day.
Well, it's exactly what we talked about. He just needed to qualify better. Even last week,
oh yeah, it was
Vegas,
weird.
He was able
it was
to
definitely a weird talk.
Towards the front of the field by the end of the race, but it took all day. And those stage points reflect exactly what you just said. When you don't qualify good, you don't get stage points, and that's what they needed to do better. But even then, he's kept himself up in the points, and right now he would sit 5th in the points if it ended.
I had to shit really bad. I did not get to do my usual morning shit because I had to set up the stream really fast. I've been waiting literally this whole race to go shit.
As fast as anybody on the track, with the exception of Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, hopefully. I hope Kyle doesn't get lapped. One more lap.
Byron holds down the last point-paying spot
in the stage.
19 cars on the lead lap.
Well, as Brad comes to the last lap of this stage, Kyle Busch right there, he's going to fight for his life.
Don't go a lap down.
On the lead lap.
Don't go a lap down.
Making up ground. Don't forget, he's got a lot fresher tires than these guys, but what a great first stage for Brad.
No! Don't go a lap down.
Position for Busch that he's fixing to go a lap down. Hard to believe. Not much time in.
No, come on. Stay on the lead lap. There you go. And Brad Keselowski will win Stage 1 at Darlington Raceway from Darlington, South Carolina.
Wins the stage. Second stage win at Darlington for Brad, who's a 2-time winner here.
All right, I'm going to go take a shit. I'll be right back.
From last week for stage winner, Brad Keselowski.
Don't let living with cancer define you. Discover an injectable immunotherapy, Opdivo Qvantig, for certain previously treated adults whose kidney cancer has spread. A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster. Unlike an infusion that takes 30 minutes, Opdivo Qvantig lets you receive treatment quickly in as little as 3 minutes. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst, or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain or fever. Report severe or persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation. Opdivo Qvantig can harm your unborn baby.
A chance to live longer. A treatment that's faster.
Ask your doctor about Opdivo Qvantig. See OpdivoQvantig.com for more information.
You are fearless, take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight.
You only have so much time. So feed Science Diet with our clinically proven antioxidant blend, helping pets live healthier as long as possible. Because you're only human, there's Hills. Science does more.
At Upstate Medical University, an average day is anything but average. 500 patients are cared for at an Upstate Cancer Center. 60 surgeries happen. 65 children are in the hospital close to their family. Over 300 emergency and trauma patients are treated. 300 research projects are underway. 1,600 students receive life-changing education, and our workforce of 12,000 is changing and saving lives. We are Upstate.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
I used to always tell my guys, evolve or die. And you know, in racing, you have to evolve or you do die and you get left behind. I got my mind right. It was almost refreshing to have to learn something different. I knew how to do everything else with the old car. I didn't need to practice. I didn't need to go to the simulator. I could tell you what you needed to do in about 2 laps. And you know, when it changed, I had to decide, do I want to keep doing this and be a part of this process, or do I want to just go on into the sunset and do something different?
It's the all-new Fox Sports digital show Speed with Harvick and Buxton, fueled by Poet. Subscribe to Speed on Fox, on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Jamie.
Mike Ty Gibbs has been on a hot streak. 3 straight top 5 finishes coming into Darlington. And a big part of that success, of course, are these guys, the pit crew that includes his own cousin. Let's meet Team 54.
Jackson Gibbs, front tire changer, Ambassador Christian, football coach. Go Lions. Daniel Smith, rear changer, 60-plus cup wins and 2 championships.
Nate Macbeth, tire carrier, former linebacker at Holy Cross. Braxton Brandon, Jackman, Mooresville, North Carolina. I love my family.
Ian Anderson, fueler. I'm a former offensive lineman at Ball State University. This is my 10th year in the sport.
Came to pit road as soon as the field was lined up behind the pace car. The pits are not opened yet for the end of stage 1, but that voltage problem is what they're working on here. They lifted the hood, checked and made sure that the belt that drives the alternator was in good shape. It turned out it was. You'll see a thumbs up. And so now they're going to change and put a larger battery in the car than the one that was in it. There is the change being made on from the right side window. Reddick is now back in the pits.
Well, they've got a fast enough car. If they could just make it survive to the end, they can get themselves back up through the pack. Right now, there's 20 cars on the lead lap. So
did you see that was a much bigger battery, the one they put in and the one they took out? A lot bigger, Larry.
Yeah, and again, to Mike's point, they made sure the alternator belt had not come off. I wasn't sure about this strategy, but I think Kevin made a great point. Only 20 drivers on the lead lap. Let's do it early. Let's get it behind us because, to your point, we've got a fast race car. But remember, the Gen 7 car, the battery's over there inside the car, beside the drive shaft tunnel. No longer is it in front of the left rear tire, where you have to take the tire and wheel off and everything.
Well, I don't know what's going on there, but I know size matters, and that second battery was a lot bigger. I'd say I'm more comfortable with that one making it to the end.
Here are the pit crew rankings coming into Darlington, a combination of factors. Christopher Bell's team up top. Now look at second and third there, because that's going to be interesting on pit road. Chase Elliott and Chase Briscoe both lost their pit selection because of failing inspection twice. So they've had to take last, whatever was left in the pits, and they're going to be side by side in the midst of a lot of traffic there. Jamie.
And Ty Gibbs, we just met his pit crew. Looked like a good stop from here. Just too tight. He touched the wall. He wants to be tightened up at one end and loosen up at the other end. You hear that so often, Josh.
For Chase Elliott, he said it turned better during that last run, but still the car lazy up front, having to compensate too much in the back. That second brake pit crew went to work to fix him up, Regan.
Brad Keselowski spent most of that run just protecting tires, in particular right front.
Hey guys, look at
Blaney's got trouble.
Yeah, he had to stop in another pit to get a lug tight.
Sure did.
He was going to win the battle off pit road and had to stop to get that lug tight.
And I'm glad you said that, because our leader, Keselowski, had trouble.
Also, Kyle Busch is still on pit road. They're looking at something on the left front corner of his Chevrolet. Kyle Larson beats Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski on pit road in the first caution flag stop of the day.
COPD is an ugly reality. I watch as this world just keeps getting smaller. But then, Trelegy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so he can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure.
That's for 2010. Brad would have wrecked
Do
him.
not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your
Honestly,
risk of
that's so
pneumonia
true.
and
Miss
osteoporosis.
Bishop actually was
Call your
really
doctor
cool.
for some breathing,
We all thought
chest
she was a
pain, mouth and tongue
bitch.
swelling, problems urinating, vision
But then it's
changes,
like-
or eye pain occur.
Like, she kind of was, but then you'd go to her classroom, and it was the biggest classroom in the whole school. And she had, like, so many cool different areas. She did so much to set up, like, make it feel nice for the students. She had Elvis pictures everywhere.
The IndyCar series rolls.
Like, she was cool. And I never actually had her, but, like,
And a hungry pack battle for a win.
when I went to her
The
classroom.
road to Indy continues next Sunday at 1 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on earth.
The Fox Nation Spray Sale, a time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month.
Let's go, baby!
The Fox Nation Spray Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month.
Go beyond the sport with Spectrum News One. The Toyota Sports Report explores more than just the scores and highlights.
No, the coolest teacher in that school was Miss Carlock. I never had her. I don't think you did either, but Will did, and loved her. Like her favorite teacher ever.
Exclusively on Spectrum.
Toyota Sports Report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
As we mark 250 years of America, Wounded Warrior Project honors those who serve. They've given us their commitment and sacrifice. We're here to give them a bright
Yeah, you probably don't. She started in, like, when we were in 4th grade. She was a kind of a newer teacher there.
Physical health and thrive for a lifetime. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA250.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Right now, get over $7,300 total value on this.
She like built like a. She literally built like a little toy house for Will's like stuffed toy to go into. Like stuffed otter. Will had a stuffed otter that brought to school. Named it Steve. And Steve the Otter. Miss Carlock built a house for Steve the Otter.
Largest bone in the human body. He's run every
Like,
race
that's fucking
this year.
sick.
He's finished on the lead lap for every race this year. And we're in turn 4. It's a great view with these race rack fans to see around it. By the way, we're dressed like a couple of lost accountants, but it's 88 degrees and it feels like 105 or a lot more. And how about the guy who sat on the pole is sitting in a hot car right now?
Yeah, super sympathetic to Tyler Reddick for having to run the air conditioning or any cooling the entire race. They did put a bigger battery.
No, Blaney will have to restart at the tail. He pitted out of his box. And Reddick will also have to start at the tail. He pitted before pit road was open. He wanted to work on that issue he was having, that alternator issue. I think that's smart, you know, because you're probably going to have to lose most of your track position anyway to work on that.
As good as he's been, 18 in his career.
You know, do it early.
Sign here about fans. It's just amazing to me, Mike, this little town in South Carolina, which has a population, Darlington, of 6,000, but on race day, they get as many as 60,000, and fans from all over, all 50 states. We had North Dakota, New York, Maryland, and from 15 different countries that come to cheer on their favorite drivers.
It's awesome here, Chris. They really, the town really embraces.
Oh yeah, I remember that, Mr. C. He was awesome.
1950. Well, a couple issues on pit road. Ryan Blaney, whose pit crew is ranked 33rd of 36 full-time teams, is fine on the right side, but on the left side,
Yeah, it was about a 49.5-minute green flag run to start the race.
Will leave his pit, sense the issue, and pull into another pit down the road to get that tightened, which will give him a restart at the back of the line.
And that's the third loose wheel that he's had in the last 2 weeks.
He's got to get tired of that. And you see him pulled into another stall right here. His teammate, Austin Cindric, as soon as he left, all right, I'm going to pull in, guys. Bail me out again.
Thank goodness for teammates.
I am a aware that everything's gonna be fine.
I don't know any reason that he should.
Oh, Blaney stopped in Syndic's box.
Having a major meltdown. So let's see if we have something here.
Come on, guys. We gotta be cleaner than that. We just cannot do this. We've got to clean it up. We cannot afford to make mistakes like this. Yes, sir.
Blaney will restart.
Yes, sir.
20th. Now, Bubba Wallace also had trouble on his pit stop. And this is watch the
Bubba had trouble on his pit stop.
Where the stop's done, the jack, whoa, not tight.
Yeah, you see that carrier right there, like hanging on for dear life, trying to tell him that, hey, you gotta stop, do not take off. They did not want that wheel to come off.
So Bubba with problems on pit road.
He did a good job of being very affirmative, very direct. Stop, and got in that windshield and got the driver stopped.
So 3 of the top 4 at the end of stage 1 will restart in back.
All right, pace cars off.
Lead lap cars, Michael McDonald, free pass.
Getting ready for the start of stage 2.
Well, he's in the back.
3 flags in the air, back green at Darlington
They're
Raceway.
going to have to start in the very back, so double bad for them as far as track position goes.
Larson, Busher, Keselowski, Elliott lead them off into turn 1.
Guys, we talked about not making mistakes, and everything that we have seen happen, 45, 23, 12, all the cars that we've been talking about. I mean, Kyle Larson is in the front of this race, and we know how dangerous Kyle can be at this particular racetrack, but they have put themselves in a position to be the leader in that, but that's what you have to do here at Darlington. Keep yourself in the game. He who makes the least amount of mistakes is going to have a chance to win.
A lot of new faces in the top 10 now. Cindric, Suarez, Priest, Briscoe. Looks like you don't want to stay double file here any longer than you absolutely have to.
How about, yeah, you see 3 wide right there. Yeah. Ty Gibbs and Ross Chastain and Eric Jones down there on the bottom. You see that one car get loose. Momentum of the 54 is going to take them by both. But you want to run as high as much as you can. Every time you run low, it is going to take some life out of those tires. You got to do what you got to do on these restarts to gain the track position and pass when you need to. But it definitely doesn't help.
Ooh!
Clear. Yeah,
Eric Jones almost got fucked in the dick.
Cut him no slack.
Fight for 12th place here.
That was a wreck that didn't
Bubba's still in this battle for 12th, so I guess he didn't get hurt too bad.
Now, Bubba Wallace with that issue on pit road because they backed up and tightened the nuts in the pit stall. No penalty. He was allowed to restart there in 16th instead of having to go all the way to the back. Here's his radio.
Sorry, they're tight. They're tight there. We'll reset here. Yeah, give me about 50. We're going to have to do all we can in the car, but we're in the worst air we're ever going to have. So the car is not good for that.
Yeah, and in that situation, they actually checked the lug nut and everything was tight. So they kind of misread that scenario. And look,
Larson's the leader right now.
From a driver's standpoint, when you're up in leading the race or in those top 3 to 5 positions, and you have that track position and something like that.
Reddick is back in 19th right now.
You get in the middle of this pack.
Blaney in
this is one
20th.
of the worst places to be in the middle of the pack with the traffic and how this car acts in dirty air.
Nobody's in more dirty air than Tyler Reddick. He's having to come from the trunk. He is his way back.
And Mike, I'm glad you said that. What a hornet's nest in front of him. Hocevar, Kyle Busch, and Zane Smith off the 2. Hocevar and Zane Smith, man, it was so close, right in the front windshield of Tyler Reddick.
And that's the risk when you get put to the back of the pack and you know, get all these restarts and things that can happen so fast here at Darlington. It just your risk level goes up of getting your car torn up. But I still think they made the right call. Getting a fresh battery in there, put the bigger battery in there. You got to get this car across the next 200 laps. He's still got the fastest car,
without a doubt.
Reddick was 33rd after the choose. Blaney was 34th on the restart. Now, that's because they had to start behind the lapped cars. They're 19th and 20th with 21 cars on the lead lap. Watching from the Xfinity cam on board Reddick. Good time for the Xfinity fastest lap of the race, which would be Bubba Wallace. And he did that back on lap 2.
See our leader, Kyle Larson, right there. Brad Keselowski running him down. And I think that the big question for Brad is going to be, okay, how does my car handle when I'm behind Kyle Larson? We think that Brad's car is better on the long run than Kyle Larson's when he's leading. How is it when he's behind Kyle Larson running second? So, Larry?
Yeah, we know there were a lot of issues in pit road, but how did we end up with the top three that we've got right now? Kyle Larson, his pit stop was 10 seconds flat. Brad Keselowski, 11.8. That's how he lost the lead. But I want to give a shout out to that 17 pit crew. You talked about it in the pit crew rankings, 9.3. Wow. Ranked third overall after 5 races this year.
Well, he got a break. Now, he did not get to pick his pit, but the pit that was assigned to him was right in front of Timmy Hill's pit, and Timmy Hill is the first car out of the race, so he's got an empty stall there to pull in.
His saving grace is actually that Joey Logano is a lap down in front of Chase Elliott, and Chase Elliott can drive deep into his box and give him room to get out. So still not ideal, but it worked out probably best case scenario.
Coming to complete 20 laps in stage number 2. Kyle Larson Chevy ahead of Brad Keselowski's Ford.
Gross. Jesse, remember Danny?
Hey.
Hey.
Nice fit, bro.
Thanks. Here we go. How are you doing that?
Four parks.
Oh, trouble. Caution's out.
That changes everything.
Eric Jones around. We saw him make contact earlier, and now he's gone around.
No.
Bubba Wallace looks like he has some damage. Well, I don't see the damage, but he's on pit road.
What the fun?
Hey, I'm about to smoke you like a ham.
Bubba was in the wall.
We need that.
Unlimited play for just $1 a day. Only at Dave & Buster's.
See the USA and your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through.
No, not Richard Petty, the guy with 200 wins.
America's the greatest land of all. So make it take today to see the USA and sit in your Chevrolet.
Well, we're under caution. Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, Bubba Wallace was right there. It happened entering turn 3.
Well,
Look to the right of your screen.
Eric Jones on the right is already sideways, and watch Denny moves up. His driver, Bubba, hits the wall. That's why you can't make mistakes, Kevin. Happens so many times in this sport. You get behind, you get caught up in a wreck. Bubba Wallace on pit road, Eric Jones around, Denny in the wall pretty hard as well.
Yeah, and for Denny, he got the right rear first, and it slapped that right front. We've heard Bubba talk about his steering wheel being off, so his toe is knocked out. It looked like Denny Hamlin got in there a little hot, got into the back of the 43 and turned him around.
Pit road is open, Jamie.
The 5, Kyle Larson comes in from the lead. He has a small vibration. He had it before the last stop as well. They think it might be brake related, but they said there's nothing they can do at this point. A 4-tire stop. Meanwhile, his teammate, William Byron, the car's not responding a lot, but they're okay with it. Not a lot they can do. Good speed in the 24, Josh.
Well, for the 17 of Chris Buescher, you saw how great and quick that stop was last time.
Hamlin got into Jones to start that
better
spin.
and better over the course of this run. 4 tires and fuel for the 17 again.
Brad Keselowski did a much nicer job on that previous long run of managing the right side tires. A little bit less cord showed this time. Obviously, a shorter run, they weren't as worried about it.
There's your race off pit road.
Yeah, it was just under 6-minute green flag run there.
Then Chase Elliott.
Should we tell him? So bad.
Do not listen to that.
Thank you, man.
I know how it feels.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
McDowell speeding up pit road. He'll restart at the rear.
But if blue touches white, it's white. Head for the mountains.
We'll come back later.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, serves up the big QP for just $10.99. And that's 85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah, hey, fast food, this is how you value meal. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity.
I'll be right back.
The bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Welcome to the edge of racing, where rookies turn fearless and veterans remember why they started. It's raw, aggressive, unpredictable. On Saturday, it's not about the fame. It's about the fight. Here, losing hits harder. And when they win, it's because they risked everything to get there. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Pure, raw racing.
Second caution of the day in the Goodyear 400 at Darlington, South Carolina. Let's go back and have another look at this incident that involved Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, and Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, and you're going to see why Eric Jones spun out right here shortly. Oh, did you hear the car almost, it sounded like it might have gone into neutral right there.
Or shut off.
No, Hamlin got in the
shut
wall.
off or something right there. And then you see the contact.
Hamlin and Bubba made contact with the wall.
11 and 23, so hear what the 11 and Denny Hamlin had to say about it.
I'm sure we got toe damage, and the wheels were right. Well, I showed low, and he went low and checked up.
Yeah,
no, that was just the brake locking up.
That's right. He was way hard on the brakes, trying to keep him running him over, and unfortunately got in the back of him. Tore up race car.
All right, Shane Van Gisbergen gets the free pass. He will restart 20th. Then, looks like 13 cars took the wave around, including Michael McDowell, who again will restart in the back, too fast down pit road. So,
It saved a lot of cars having trouble, struggling throughout the day.
That leaves everybody on the lead lap now, except Joey Logano -1 and Cody Ware -3.
All right, here we go.
Ready to restart.
Back
Larson
green.
and Busher, who had another great pit stop. Keselowski.
Better start for Keselowski on the bottom this time.
Kozlowski gets a better restart there, but Larson not coming in. Here comes Busher and Elliott with a run. Busher.
A little bit on the outside. Here comes two teammates on the inside. Got him.
Those Fords going right back to the front.
Yeah, and Brad's car.
And those two teammates pounced.
I think the fact
Larson.
that he can take advantage
Give
of
Keselowski
getting
the
that
lead.
back so early in this run and not have to be in dirty air is key to the success of that 6 car.
Did a good job on the restart. Got a good jump with him. Was door to door with him. Pushed Larson a little high on that exit of 2. But you can see the lift, and that was it.
This bunch was 3 wide off turn 2. Got that sort of settled out before they got to turn 3.
Yeah, and this is going to be an interesting run. I'm curious as to what Larry is thinking right here, but I think all these waiver rounds are banking on the fact that they can split this thing up into short segments right here and pit early. So is that what they're thinking, Larry?
Well, I think the reason they went ahead and rode the dice, Kevin, they only had 11 laps on their tires. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of laps at Darlington, but I think they felt like a good opportunity. Yeah, all the leaders, including the waiver round, you're going to have to go 69 laps. That's a stretch. You can do it on fuel. That's a stretch on the tires. So if they split it, they would pit about lap 150.
Well, if you make me run 60-some laps, Larry, I'm going to be mad at you.
I won't do that to you, buddy.
Thank you, Larry.
So half the field stopped. The first 21 cars came in. The whole rest of the field did not. So once this cycles through, get the feeling we're going to be catching lap cars again pretty soon.
Yeah, it's not.
Canada, do you remember silly bands? Remember the fucking silly bands at school? That shit was crazy.
To try to protect
that shit turned into like a war.
So, you know, even though you have 11 laps on the tires, you're going to be able to keep up better than if you had 30, 35, 40 laps on the tires. So you got to keep track of the time so that you can take advantage of this shorter run.
You know, we heard Denny Hamlin saying that his car, as Cindric slips up off the floor, talking about the toes off and we're struggling here, but the car's still pretty sporty out there.
And think about how many times you wrecked into something and they fixed the fender, or you think back to Atlanta where the fender flew off a Reddick's car or something gets bent and you come home and you're like, man,
I guess he's not still in here.
After I wrecked and they checked the toe or something and like, yeah, it was towed out ½ inch.
Yeah.
Like, well, that must be pretty good for that tire.
Something woke it up.
Hamlin restarted 9th. He's up to 6th.
Clear, out there.
Tyler Reddick's radio.
Something is wrong with the brake pedal. It's really hard. No view. Pedal's not moving. Really stiff. Locking the left front up hard. Copy that. Just maybe give it a minute. See if you can cool it back down or go a little rearward on bias.
And I could tell by his downshift getting into 3, Kevin, when he went to downshift, that thing was trying to wheel hop and get up underneath them. You could hear it in the drive like ding. So having trouble getting the 45 car slowed down.
My question before they changed that battery, had he cut the brake fans off and maybe overheated the brakes?
Well, let's not forget they've had more brake trouble than just about anybody in the garage when we talk about rotors blowing up or pedals feeling weird. That has been one of the downfalls of 2311 is the brake package and the struggles that they have had with it.
Riley Herbst and Reddick running nose to tail there.
Yeah, let's give another shout out to that 35 car. He's done a great job today of keeping himself in the game. But Tyler Reddick, I mean, there's not much more that can go wrong for this team with the battery. Now we're talking about the brake pedal. So it never happens on a day when the car's running like crap, Clint.
No. How about RFK, Roush Fenway Sports Group Keselowski? Brad's leading. Buscher's
That's not what it's called.
Reese is in 4th. They had this race.
Oh, wait, no, I guess it kind of is. Roush Fenway Sports Group
They
Keselowski.
salute him with the paint jobs on the cars. This race has special meaning for them, and look where they're running. 1st, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah, and we talked about Ryan Preece earlier, how awful he thought his car was yesterday and wanted to, have major changes, and that's the group that they are. I love the camaraderie between this group and how they communicate with each other, and they just grind away to make their cars better, and here they are at the front of the pack.
168 laps to go in Darlington, 60 to go in Stage 2. Brad Keselowski out front.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one, your sister, your buddy, the ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Right now, get over $7,300 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
And Doug.
Thank
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
They customize car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this. This Jr.
Well, at least he spelled insurance right, right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
How did you do this? I'll show you.
The whole park now runs off Xfinity. The network can self-heal too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Something even smarter than Alan?
I don't think so. Yeah, he's pretty smart.
Yeah.
A whole new species of Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years.
Four parks. One vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
Slice so good, hit like boom. Papa John's, fill the room.
Fresh, never frozen, original dough made from 6 simple ingredients. Get 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Next week, NASCAR heads to the Paperclip. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series kicks things off in Martinsville on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on the CW, followed by the Cup Series on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
And the Modified Tours in action Friday night at Martinsville. That'll be a great show as well. Here are your lap leaders, sponsored by Liberty Mutual. Brad's been out front for 70 laps, Tyler for 45, and Kyle Larson for 16. Brad's led a total of 3 times for 70 laps. And now RFK is 1, 2, 3.
RFK is having a great day here in South Kakalaki.
Tell you who is not, and that is Bubba Wallace. He got into the wall in turn 2 a couple laps ago and is kind of nursing that car around now. He's now dropped a lap down. How about his owner, Denny Hamlin, Josh?
Well, guys, before that last caution, Denny Hamlin was struggling with that car. They were trying to figure out how to get the balance exactly right to have him make up some spots in the field. Makes contact with the 43 caution.
RFSGK Racing, yeah.
Came over the radio, said the car is much better in terms of the balance. It's very secure on entry. Still need to work on the middle a little bit tight, but he said this car is much improved. Funny how you make contact and the car gets better, guys.
Well, it's a... This car is fickle, and it's. I will go back to Tyler Reddick again. We've seen him win with no fender on the car at Atlanta, and sometimes you get in these scenarios where the balance is way different than what it has been, and I think that's exactly why the Fords are leading the race. They tend to have a tighter balance, and it's fallen into their wheelhouse this week with the cars being so loose in the back, and aero-wise, they're out of balance. So with this package, it's not what you would probably want it to be as far as front to rear balance.
So the front row starters, Reddick with electrical issues and a long stop in 13th. And Bubba Wallace now 1 lap down. Tough day for Team 2311.
Well, you know, the Bubba Wallace situation, and Tyler Reddick hasn't been in that situation, but Bubba Wallace, when you have a bad pit stop, you put yourself in the middle of the pack. You heard him mention it on the radio that you just don't want this track position. Next thing you know, you're in a wreck, and you have those days where the car is running really good, you're just up there cruising, have a bad pit stop, crash, and that's what happened to Bubba.
Here's 7th place changing hands as Chase Briscoe moves up past Chase Elliott.
Yeah, and you see his teammate right there on the bottom on the inside of Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's car has just not got to the point where he wanted it to be today. After talking about how good it was in practice and thought he was in position to have a good day, they've just been kind of lingering around the end of that top 10.
Yeah, he's -4 since the restart. Regan?
Oh my
Just to update the number 19 to Chase Briscoe, we see that he just made that move for the 7th position, progressively moving forward as the day has gone on. Car started off looser earlier, just updated the team a moment ago that said that this is the tightest we've been all day long.
AJ Allmendinger on pit road under green. So is Cody Ware. Larry, I'm wondering, all
Cody
of these
Ware on
cars
pit
took the
road?
waiver round
Allmendinger on
that
pit road?
last caution. They've got to be in pit road pretty soon, don't they?
Well, they do, Mike, because we've now run since the restart. We've run 21 laps. Remember, they had 11 laps on their tires, so we see more of those waiver rounds. So I think they got the point. We need to just hit pit road and get 4 fresh tires. But what's going to be interesting is with our leaders, because we went back racing with 69 laps to go. If you split that, you're going to run somewhere around 34 to 35 laps, meaning lap 150, which is about 12 laps from now. You may see some come a little early. You may see some run a little long.
Ty Dillon on pit road. Again, scheduled stops for those drivers from 22nd on back that took the waiver round. RFK 1-2, Keselowski and Buscher.
The yard looks incredible. Thanks. All it took was... Nope.
Really?
I heard you looking for myself. Super easy.
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available on everything you wash. Unstoppable's Unlimited Collection. Add it to your wash and everything will smell divine. Luxury laundry scent beads so you can smell unstoppable.
Slice so good, hit like boom. Papa John's, fill the room.
Fresh, never frozen, original dough made from 6 simple ingredients. Get 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Here's what we'll say about the road to greatness.
The name Ford is synonymous with desert racing. You gotta keep pushing. The desert's not gonna let up.
It sure isn't paved.
It's a challenge just to finish.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's. Still can't be beat with the big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
What a day. Rock and roll, let's go!
If you want an experience that wakes you up, a place where you can scream to your heart's delight, go ahead. No one will hear you anyway. Here, you don't just watch. You feel. Come as you are and have a damn good time. That rumble you hear, that growl you feel, that's us.
Join Fox in supporting our troops. From daily needs to global emergencies, help us be there for those who serve. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit go.fox/Red Cross to donate to service to the armed forces today. Brad Keselowski, Chris Buscher, RFK Racing Mustangs out in front of the field here. Denny Hamlin on pit road, first of the leaders to make a stop, along with many of the cars that took the waiver round on that last caution.
Well, they have woke that 11 car up. He had made up some serious ground there at the end. So Denny Hamlin, his team doing a good job putting him in the game.
Here they all come.
Jamie?
Kyle Larson had led 16 laps earlier, just that
Got pit stops. Larson's pitting here.
Ryan Preece is in. So is Chase Briscoe.
I think your leader's going to come. You see
Daniel Suarez, Chastain, Cindric.
Add Keselowski to that.
Dillon, Bell, Byron is done. Here's Gibbs. So a lot of these lead lap cars coming.
Byron's pitting. Brad's on pit road.
Well, Mike, as soon as that first wave of cars hit pit road, crew chief Jeremy Mullins immediately came on the radio and said, next time by, Brad, we're going to stop. That's exactly what they're doing right here. As for Brad in the car, he has been silent on the radio, so much so I had to go check with the team to make sure I was on the right channel. He's happy with that 6.
All 3 RFK cars stop on the same lap. That hands the lead to Chase Elliott.
Oh, you know when that driver's happy, he's not talking, so good sign from BK.
Van Gisbergen completes his stop. Kyle Busch is in. Joey Logano lap down. He's in. It's going to be Riley Hurst. Eric Jones coming off pit lane.
Coming off of 2, you got your leader Keselowski, and there's second place Hamlin. Here he goes.
Well, that's what you hope for when you pit a couple laps before the leader, and Brad's hoping to cut it as close as possible and have a little bit of a tire advantage over Denny Hamlin, and he's able to fend him off right there. But that's exactly what you wanted to do if you were Denny Hamlin. Try to put yourself in front of as many of these cars as possible. As you see the 17 now of Chris Buescher working his way to look underneath that 11 car.
Yeah, Hamlin was 5.7 seconds back when this began. So the first 3 drivers have not stopped: Elliott, Reddick, and Blaney.
And this would fall in right into Larry's strategy as far as wanting to split this stage right in half. And now you're starting to see, a couple more cars come to pit road, but Chase Elliott keeps on logging another lap here.
Yeah, that's Reddick and Blaney.
So now just Chase Elliott still on the racetrack. Everybody else has made a stop, Regan.
Well, Mike, as you see Tyler Reddick coming down pit road, it's certainly been a very eventful day for this Team 45. As for the car right now, it's tight, swinging the back, having some issues with the corners with it, but he also made point to the crew chief, Billy Scott. I'm in traffic, and I know that that's a big part of it.
Filling up with Sunoco race fuel with 0.0 part of the bioethanol. That stop's done. Larry, what's the thinking on the 9, and how long can they stay out there before they lose whatever advantage they have?
Yeah, I mean, right now, he's basically 2 seconds a lap off. I gotta believe, yeah, he's coming to pit road right now. To me, they ran 1 lap too far. But I don't think it could get to pit road because of traffic.
So that extra lap that Chase Elliott ran before making his stop is going to cost him several seconds to the other leaders once we cycle through. Josh?
Well, for Chase Elliott, they've been able to get that car to turn better the way he wanted, but still complaining about the front end of that car and how it's making him overcompensate for the back as he comes in. Just 4 tires and fuel.
And there goes Keselowski. He leads Buescher by a second, Denny Hamlin by 2, Larson by almost 3.
Yeah, when he was able to clear Denny Hamlin and not have to sit behind him and worry about how to get back by, that just put him right back in control of the race. And when a guy like Brad Keselowski has control of a race and able to dictate the strategy and wait a couple laps in like he did in this scenario, I mean, the confidence level just keeps going up and up and up for Brad as you click off these laps.
So Ford 1-2, Denny Hamlin's Toyota 3rd, Kyle Larson's Chevy is 4th. 2019 was the last time that Hendrick Motorsports or Chevrolet went this deep into a season without a victory. They don't have one yet. Larson's their best shot today.
I mean, to be on this thing, smooth, focus inside that car. Interesting, he's got a clear shield. You see that eye black? Kind of like
what did you miss? Oh, you missed me asking you. Remember the fucking silly bands era? Yeah, we were. That shit was crazy. That shit like turned into a fucking war.
You need all the light that you can get, but Brad doing a great job. You see his head almost move inside the helmet right there. He's actually got his helmet leaning against the headrest, just resting it right against that foam.
Now Chris Buescher is closing in a few hundredths a lap as you see that interval shrink between first and second, with Denny Hamlin holding station.
You don't remember
there,
silly
right
bands?
3 seconds back in third.
The fucking silly bands. It was like the rubber bands that looked like fucking like dinosaurs or whatever. Like they look like a fucking pig or like a horse. Like
everyone has free offers on the latest phones, but T-Mobile gives a lot more. T-Mobile family saved over $3,700 compared to the other big guys in the past 5 years. Our experience plans include amazing benefits like Netflix, free dash pass, like your
that shit was like a huge trend.
bunch more.
But then it got taken away at school.
And a 5-year price guarantee. So you keep saving. Save on a big scale. Switch to T-Mobile and even pay off your old phone up to $800.
Try Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
We ride for Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
What did she say?
She said Dr. Pepper Cherry is the bestest, boldest Dr. Pepper.
Now, just a doggone
There's
minute.
no finer flavor than Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Thank you, Blackberry Raven.
Thank you,
The Sonic $6 All-American Smasher Meal tops the burger food chain. Get it hand smashed and made to order, plus a side and medium drink for just $6. Great burger, even greater deal. Try the Sonic All-American Smasher Meal for $6 today.
New Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power. And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
The all-new Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Pods brings the container to you. Then we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center. And you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com.
Brad Keselowski continues to lead at Darlington. Our aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear. Legends aren't born, they're proven. Brad's lead is shrinking. Chris Buescher now within 3/4 of a second of Brad, with Kyle Larson 1.5 back and Denny Hamlin 2 seconds back. Chase Briscoe has picked up 5 spots since the last restart, 4.7 back. Let's go back and take a further look at Brad Keselowski's last stop here.
Yeah, this is the only thing that worries me about this 6 car. Can they compete with these guys that they're racing around when the money's on the line for pit stop? But if they have the trouble like they did right here, they're not going to maintain that track position at first, Clint.
A little slow on that right front, exactly where it was. But again, I agree with you. You can see how close Buescher got to him, his teammate.
Well, they're 11th in the pit crew ranking. Ross Chastain had to re-jack up the right side. He came in 10th, but had a 20-second stop. Just one of many frustrations exhibited by drivers here in the first half of this race.
I don't understand how we can get the car off. I mean, the balance now is somewhat like drivable, but freaking holy. Goodbye 10 on the 1 car for a spot. What if? I know, man. I know. Typical Kenny. Focus. Man, because we're fast. Start. Go fast.
Been quite a day so far, and we still have 131 laps to go.
Oh, you gotta love Darlington. This place brings out the best in those drivers behind the wheel. In there, frustrated. The car never drives good, even when it is driving good. And the fall off and things that you have to deal with today, they're at a high level, Clint.
Well, even the cars that are driving good, you talked about 2311 on the front row, both of them, as soon as the rag fell, are having trouble. Reddick's had several problems. The 23 car got caught up in a wreck, but don't count out 45. I haven't given up on him yet.
Yeah, that 45 car is still really fast, Clint. I think they've had to deal with a lot of issues. We've heard him talking about having to battle his way through traffic, but I would not sleep on this 45 car still. He's going to work his way back up into the front.
I hear you, but if it's a problem, he's at it today.
But he is plus 7 now. Since the last restart, he is up to 10.
Yeah, and right now he's the only one in the 31-second bracket. So that thing still has a ton of speed.
And his teammate, Chase Briscoe, is now up into the top 5. There's his Toyota onboard camera. Entering turn 3. Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell for 13th there. McDowell's had to overcome 2 speeding penalties.
Well, it's been a pretty interesting day so far. We've seen cars have trouble. We've seen cars on pit road have some trouble with the pit crews, and seeing a little bit different mixture of guys up towards the front. But last week's winner, Denny Hamlin, sitting right there in 4th. You're looking at Chase Elliott and Michael McDowell right now. Ryan Blaney still trying to battle his way back towards the front of the pack. Hasn't quite got there as fast as we thought he would, but still migrating himself forward.
To 14th now. Now the car in the free pass position is the number 48, Justin Allgaier. Is in that car again this week. He's the first car 1 lap down. Hendrick Motorsports' Jeff Andrews says that Alex Bowman continues to experience vertigo symptoms, so the team is following the guidance of the medical team.
19 laps to go on the
giving
stage.
Alex the time he needs to recover, so he's going to be out for the next 2 races in addition to this one.
Guys,
at least
Chris Buescher has run his boss down, Brad Keselowski, the leader of this race.
Yeah, that last lap, he was 0.3 of a second faster than Brad. So that 17 car is making some speed right now. Passing him and catching him and passing him is 2 different things.
We called Buescher a grinder, had a little feature on him in pre-race. Where I grew up in central Connecticut, a grinder was a long sandwich, what's called a hoagie or a sub or a torpedo in other parts of the country. We called it a grinder, but I know what you meant. And it fits. He grinds it out.
Oh, see right there. Exit of turn 2 right there. Ricky Stenhouse tried to come down the hill right there, and Chase Briscoe just touched the apron and it shot him up the racetrack a little bit, but that could have been a lot worse. You can get yourself in trouble off of turn 2 really, really fast with the way that the bumps are and the way that that car shoots up out of the hole up to the wall off the exit of 2.
Coming to 15 laps to go in stage 2. With Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher's Mustangs in front.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Pods brings the container to you, then we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center. And you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go. Which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
You've seen it on your phone. Now, feel it in real life. The noise hits harder. The speed feels borderline illegal. And the roar of the engine shakes your insides. This is Bristol, a place where you can be free, filled with mayhem and full send moments. It's NASCAR, April 10th through the 12th at Bristol Motor Speedway. The Food City 500 triple header race weekend. Grab your vintage NASCAR gear and gather your crew because trust us, this one hits different in person.
It's Bristol, baby!
Everybody shows out in Darlington. Some of those uniforms, well, let's just say they're old, but boy, we love them.
Tim Richmond, Cole Trickle.
Yep. Vintage NASCAR apparel is really big right now. That's what my daughter tells me. Big demand.
They wanted to honor Greg Biffle with the numbers on these RFK cars, and boy, are they giving him a good ride. Both of them, Keselowski and Chris Buescher.
Got 13 to go on the stage.
Stole the show today.
There you go. With a keep radio marks, maintaining about 6 to 8.
And the good news for both of these cars, they're going to score stage points and put themselves in a great spot for the first two stages so far. So that's the exact opposite of what they've been doing to start the year by protecting themselves in the first two stages by running well.
Yeah, all three of them are going to have stage points with Preece in 6th now. Here's Keselowski's radio.
This is the worst I've been for drive off of both ends. 48 just let Chris go. Got to be efficient here, nice and smooth.
Pretty normal to have that racetrack start to swing the other way as far as how the handling characteristics are working. As you'll notice when they go down into turn 3 this time, that shade's starting to creep over the wall. And when that shade starts to creep over the wall here, that's when the balance starts to change on these cars. And see the shade that's starting to come in right there. It's starting to get longer down the racetrack. And that's when the money is made from the crew chiefs up on the pit box. Sometimes you go to a racetrack and you just have to anticipate when things like that happen. So who can keep up with their car the best now that the track conditions are starting to change?
Daniel Suarez drawing a beat.
NASCAR completo.
Cedric, that's for 10th place and a stage point.
What?
Another good run. Daniel Suarez in that
NASCAR is not completed.
The 7 car with Smart Motorsports. They have been solid week in and week out this year in 2026.
Yeah, and you just never know how those changes are going to go. We've obviously seen the tension between Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain become pretty public after their little conversation and shoving match last week after the race. So both of them, Ross especially, very, very publicly forward-facing as far as how his feelings are towards Daniel Suarez. So no love lost there, Clint.
No, but I think Daniel's getting the last laugh of that.
Yeah, I mean, on the racetrack, Daniel's definitely outrunning the one car and his old car, from Trackhouse Racing. And heard Ross talk about the struggles of Trackhouse Racing on our pre-race show today, and he was very vocal in saying, hey, our cars just aren't very good on the long runs. And so when the driver's starting to speak out publicly like that, it definitely gets the attention of the team.
So Chastain just went past Kyle Busch. That was for 20th place. And here is Tyler Reddick, who just moved past Ryan Preece to take over 6th. Larry?
Yeah, Mike, it's been about 75 or 80 laps since they changed that battery, put the bigger battery. They just asked for an update on his voltage. He said 12.7, 12.8, which is good. He's still got over 100 laps to go, and he's not complained about anything else about the brakes.
Closing in on
7 laps to go on the stage. Hamlin might have a tire down. Keselowski's led 107 laps.
Wheel that actually didn't seal all the way up. I saw that car move around down the back straightaway, and sometimes if that wheel comes loose, it'll actually cut it in half, and then it'll go flat. So
it definitely seems like Hamlin's having an issue.
Loose, there's definitely something moving around in the back of the car, but it'll
probably bring it to pit road before he fucking finds out what's wrong.
To move around and make it feel like it has a flat tire, but it's not flat.
Larry, I know you won a couple stage points, but what do you do here?
Yeah, I mean, we still, Mike, we've got 15
He's not going to make it to pit road there.
No, we got 5 laps to go before the stage is over.
If the caution comes out here, the stage will end.
41 laps.
You see, here comes the run. Buescher is on him. Brad's having trouble with Logano.
Buescher making gains on Brad.
This is the opportunity.
Coming to 4 to go in the stage. And Buescher's
Here goes
there.
Buescher.
Well, that's what we talked about with Brad's car earlier. When he would get into traffic, you just have to be precise because the front tires aren't going to turn.
Don't think Hamlin pit there either.
It's more than the other brands, but it definitely has been a little bit more of a struggle for Brad than it seems like for the 17 car of Chris Buescher. But he's going to fend him off this time. But that 17 car is fast.
Busher and Brad are 2 spots apart in the point standings. So doesn't matter much.
Busher's
whichever
right
one of
there.
them wins the stage. It's good for RFK either way. 3 to go. Denny Hamlin has fallen from 10th. Surrendered that to Daniel Suarez. Nope, just crossed it back over.
Yeah, and what a day for RFK, though. And, you know, no matter what happens the rest of the day, these guys have shown up and had the speed to contend at the front of the racetrack, even when, you know, I know Tyler
Reddick's up to
Reddick
fifth, by the way.
fastest car on the racetrack, but they have been right there with him to be able to compete, make pit
After
stops, and
restarting
do all
the
things
stage in
that it
the
takes
tail
to-
end.
to keep themselves at the front of the pack. But Suarez down there, he took for granted. He just decided he was going to do a slide job on Denny Hamlin, and Hamlin gave him a little bump, but cut him a little bit of slack as well.
Yeah, Hamlin's just dropping.
That'll be the last point paying slot here at the end of the stage in 2 laps. All right, Chris Busher, do you beat the boss for stage 2? What happens here?
Yeah, you see Brad struggling with grip right there. You can see the pressure. Yeah, you can see the back of the car moving around. But I agree with you, Clint. Just keep pressure on him. Try to make it move and make him push a little harder than he wants to.
Final lap of the stage.
Right here, yep.
Final lap, stage 2. He's on him. He's going to play nice. He better. It's his boss.
It's his boss. There goes Busher, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, he touched the wall right there.
And here they
And Brad Keselowski is going to win stage 2 at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
Holds on. He only had 2 stage wins of all of 2025, both coming at Iowa. Brad has won stage 1 and stage 2. What a day
I'll be
for
back.
RFK in Darlington.
All right, Big Me. This is where the dream begins. Quick catch, remember me?
My younger self?
Yep, I'm the you who never gave up.
We got this.
If we push ourselves, we'll go further than we ever thought we could.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. We say it's a long season and lose our minds by the 3rd inning. It's superstars climbing the wall, while the rest of us strain for the remote. And Saturday night, that's locked in. Same night every week, no thinking required. You bring the couch, you'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
Gonzaga is like basketball field of dreams.
Nothing is ever over.
To be a pet parent is to be human. Sometimes we feel guilty, even when it's for their own good. It's not always a walk in the park. That's why more and more pet people rely on Hills with scientifically proven formulas to give more love than humanly possible. Because you're only human, there's Hills. Science does more.
I guess not.
When the world gave them setbacks, science gave them bounce backs. And when your vet delivered life-altering news, science delivered life-changing nutrition. Hill's Prescription Diet. Science does more.
A long day.
Can I do another Brad win before Kyle win? Yeah.
Your dog has digestive upsets. Hill's Prescription Diet GI Nutrition helps support digestive upsets and other GI issues in as little as 24 hours, so you can both feel better.
Beggars, built by rule breakers, defiantly unapologetic, authentically NASCAR.
Kevin, so I know you work with a lot of young drivers. What advice do you give when you're working with them about this track?
It sounds repetitive, but race the racetrack. Only go as fast as your car will go, and just keep yourself in the game, because so many people are going to make mistakes. This weekend's Cup race could be the gnarliest race that we have seen there in a long time.
Join Kevin and crew every Tuesday and Thursday for NASCAR's #1 on the Pie Chart podcast. Expert opinions, top storylines, and big names in sports and entertainment on Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour. How about our own DW, who has always talked about Darlington and about racing the racetrack here. Here's Daryl's quote. And look at those cars. Monte Carlos, Le Mans, Grand Prix, Thunderbirds, and more. That was Daryl after winning here in 1984.
Nothing's changed, Mike. Yep. Whether you've got the cars of old or the cars of new, you have to race this racetrack. And right now, you got to make some good pit stops. And, you know, we heard Regan talk about Brad sliding through the pit box and slowing that pit box or pit stall down. But we've seen so many mistakes on pit road today. Put Bubba Wallace pretty much out of this race with that bad pit stop he had.
Now, Denny Hamlin came in before pit road opened, and they're talking on the radio about a monoball as being possibly the problem. Let's listen.
We think there's nothing underneath that's broken that we can tell. We think we had a left rear wheel loose. There's signs of that. The only thing we can tell. Okay. I mean, that's a possibility considering what I felt.
Yeah, so I've had this scenario happen. It happened to me at Phoenix one year, and it felt like, you remember, Clint, when the track bar, we used to have them move around? That's what happens when that left rear tire comes loose. That thing will start to shift on the hub, and it'll start to feel like it's adding skew to the car. And when you've been driving it straight all day, it feels really funny, and definitely got away with one right there.
And that stop was 9.2 seconds, their fastest stop of the season. All right, pit road is open. Jamie.
Kyle Larson's crew chief Cliff Daniels standing on the wall assisting the pit crew as they go over for him. He says he's just lacking grip, still has that vibration that he's had all race long, especially early in the run. He said, don't free me up, just let's have a good stop, try to gain spots on pit road. Josh.
A strong start to the day for Chris Buescher. Said that car's a little bit free, but doesn't want any adjustments. Finished second in stage number 2 there, Regan.
19 to Chase Briscoe migrated 2 free on that last run. And the 6 of Brad Keselowski, after the green flag stop, said he was holding on from lap 1. Doesn't like the green flag cycles on that 6.
Kyle Larson trying to win the race off pit road there. Got a good launch out of his box and ends up second, +1. Keselowski.
16 making it happen right there, and that's what you want to see when you have a car that hasn't been in the front consistently all year. Your pit crews step up and be able to nail a pit stop to keep the lead.
They call us misfits, outsiders, and loners. But we are not alone. We look at a world asleep and wake it up with a roar.
At Credit One Bank, we believe anything's possible.
I'm on Mars. It's freezing. I'm gonna go back to the module.
But leading your team to the championship? Unlikely.
Okay, that's my personal space.
Landing a checkmate against the supercomputer?
I won?
You can try.
I won.
The award goes to Greg.
Some things are out of reach.
No one's gonna believe this. I got this.
But a card with access to exceptional benefits isn't one of them. Welcome to the Credit One Bank American Express Suite. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
The IndyCar Series rolls into Barber, where Palou, Newgarden, and a hungry pack battle for a win. The road to Indy continues next Sunday at 1 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on earth.
It's the UFL kickoff.
Brad Keselowski won this stage.
Stallions take on the newcomer Louisville Kings. It all begins Friday and continues Saturday and Sunday on Fox and ESPN.
You repeated the same joke, Jaden.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
I like it. I love it.
Right now, you can lease a new 2026 Tacoma for just $289 a month, or get 2.99% APR for a full 72 months on a new 2026 Tundra.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Oh.
For 250 years, America has depended on the courage of those who serve.
They've defended our freedom and helped us become the nation we are today. At Wounded Warrior Project, we honor the past by building a better future for post-9/11 veterans, service members, and their families. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA250.
Live at Darlington Raceway. Thanks for staying with us on FS1 and after stage 2. Time for a race break with Jamie McMurray, Chris Myers. Recapping if you tuned in a little bit late. Tyler Reddick, the pole sitter, led the first 45 laps but had trouble in the pits.
Yeah, Reddick obviously had some issues with having to change a battery, lost all that ground, has spent the whole race trying to make that up.
And more pit trouble is Blaney and Bubba Wallace. We talked about this, that every pit stop important. This affected.
Hey, Chris, the one thing we highlighted is we want fast pit stops, but we don't want this. You don't want a disaster. It can take you completely out of the race. That got Bubba behind and then got even a wreck.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin into the 43 of Eric Jones. Behind that, Bubba Wallace second in points. He started on the front row. He goes into the wall, causes problems. But in the meantime, the story is this man, 42-year-old Brad Keselowski, the stage 1 and stage 2 winner. 2012 champion. He's won here twice before. And Jamie, we talked on our pre-race show about how experienced and veteran drivers do the best here under these situations. He's had a couple of pit stops already, actually 4 or 5 here. You hope that his pit crew can be up to what he has so far. Can he hang on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Brad and Busher have really good cars. The one that I have my eye on is Tyler Reddick. You mentioned at the beginning they had to change the battery. Billy Scott gave Tyler the option at the end of that when they changed the battery. It's like, look, if you run any of your cooling equipment, we will have to put another battery in that car. Tyler has toughed it out, not run any of that cooling equipment. He's put himself back in a position. I think he gets to the front and win this race today.
Wow. All right. For Keselowski, it's been 2 years since he's led this many laps. No stage 2 winner this year has gone on to win the race. Brad K trying to do that, Mike.
Thanks, Chris. Well, we're only 2/3 of the way in this race. We've still got 100 laps. That's a long way at Darlington to go. Who do you like, Clint?
Same guy picked earlier, Kevin. That 45, Tyler Reddick, he's coming back to the front. So we saw it with Ryan Blaney earlier in Phoenix. You know, he had trouble, finally won the thing. I think he's still going to punch through.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Briscoe. I think that now that they're being able to adjust their car at the front of this pack, I think they'll have a good opportunity. But I agree with you. I think Reddick has the fastest car.
Well, fellas, so far, it's RFK Day. Let's see how it goes as we get ready to start stage 3. Keselowski, Larson,
Robert F.
Busher.
Kennedy.
Zane Smith got the free pass. Ross Chastain, too fast entering. He will restart in the back. We have 26 cars on
Pace
the
cars
lead
off.
for this restart.
And green flag in the air. Have exactly 100 laps to go in this race. Well, here goes Busher.
Made those 2 cars actually have contact. I think he was just trying to help the 6-car Brad Keselowski, but had a heck of a run and put himself in a hole that was pretty small to fit into. So,
Kevin, I like your horse. Briscoe, right there, car is answering, likes his clean air running up front.
And that's the thing that you never know until you get your car to the front of the pack. It is exactly what we've been talking about with the 6. You don't know what adjustments now to make to your car. Now that Briscoe has had a run.
Around a 37-minute green flag run that last one was.
And he's gone.
Clear, my 5.
Chase Briscoe started this
Briscoe's
race
being
in
stupid while he's leading.
23rd. They have not had the results this season so far for the speed that they have shown.
That's exactly right. That's the key word right there, Mike, is speed. And when you
Today's
have
not JFK Day, right?
And you have things going on, as long as you have the speed in the car.
Out of the turn 2, Christopher Bell got up in the wall real slow there.
Bell got in the wall.
Everybody's going to just inhale him going down the back straightaway. I'm not sure if he got into the wall, but that car slowed dramatically off too.
Yeah, I think if he got into the wall right there, I think he's definitely rebounded. Oh, we got one around right behind him though.
Oh, trouble! Riley Herbst.
Into the inside
Caution. Riley Herbst goes around.
For the fourth time today at lap 197.
Caution's out.
Yeah, I saw that slow,
Lap
lazy spin
194.
on the top of the screen.
A little under a 2-minute green flag, right about a
Such
minute
good
40.
day. Had a great first two stages. Doesn't look like it's completely totaled. He's going to keep going, but it's definitely going to affect the performance of that race car.
Nothing he can do well anyway.
On the lead lap. And that caution will be a break for Todd Gilliland to get back on the lead lap.
What do you do here, Larry? How many laps?
Smoke them if you got them, baby. I like a tire flip.
Kyle Busch in 13th right now.
I know we've only run 3 laps, but they've still got 4 sets of stickers left. So
And
we've
right
got plenty
here,
of tires.
you see Chase Briscoe sliding into that spot right behind Keselowski. Gets him a little squirrely.
He thread the needle pretty tight right there. When he moved up behind Brad, kind of caught him from the left side, turned him right down into his teammate Buscher.
And then here's Bell. And Riley Herbst going around, and I'm not sure if that was...
Looked like Zillage.
It was of another car.
It
Maybe
was
Zillage.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard to tell the difference. Well, yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Zillage right there.
Well, we'll see.
I'm with Larry, though. I'm coming to pit road. I want new tires as many times as you'll give them to me.
Busher, here they come, Jamie.
William Byron comes in and pits from the 5th spot. Haven't
Yeah, it's about a minute 43 second green flag run.
there in the top 10, but he said the
Man, that road's weird.
today not turning well.
I never really realized how weird this pit road is.
4 tires here and another air pressure adjustment. Josh.
Yeah, for the 17 of Chris Buescher, they decided last second to stay out on that pit cycle, Regan.
19 of Chase Briscoe. It was a late decision to go ahead and pit when they saw the rest of the cars were. Got a good read on the car and clean air, said it was on the free side.
Bubba Wallace has the fastest lap. He's in 35th, 5 laps down.
6 cars stayed out. Buscher, Gibbs, Suarez, Van Gisbergen, Dillon, and McDowell did not pit. We'll see how that plays out here in Darlington.
How did I get here? Shooting all the action despite vision loss from wet AMD. It started when Vabysmo opened up my world. I was worried when I started to lose my sight, but my doctor recommended Vabysmo. Vabysmo is different. It's the only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
I love you, buddy.
So I'm back doing what I love, knowing
Look
that
at that
Vabysmo
dog.
improves vision. And there's a chance for up to 4 months between treatments.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your doctor or retina specialist right away.
Now, I'm bringing it all into focus. Open up your world with Vabysmo.
Also approved in diabetic macular edema and RVO. Ask your retina specialist about Vabysmo.
The college basketball crown is back. An elite postseason tournament on Fox and FS1. 8 teams from the nation's top conferences battle to rule the court with 500,000 reasons to win. The college basketball crown on Fox and FS1. Buy tickets today at vividseats.com.
To be a pet parent is to be human. Sometimes we feel guilty, even when it's for their own good. It's not always a walk in the park. That's why more and more pet people rely on Hills with scientifically proven formulas to give more love than humanly possible. Because you're only human, there's Hills.
So Buscher, Gibbs, Suarez, SVG, Austin Dillon, and McDowell all stayed out. It's going to be an interesting restart.
You only have so much time. So feed Science Diet with our clinically proven antioxidant blend, helping pets live healthier as long as possible. Because you're only human.
Don't really know why they
Science don't
pit after they just pitted.
Coming up next on FS1, full throttle, high-speed drag strip action. The NHRA is in Phoenix for the Arizona Nationals, live right here on FS1 after the NASCAR Cup race. Show you what happened to Brad Keselowski here on this stop.
I'll tell you what happened, Brad Keselowski. He let this 19 Busher around him on the racetrack, and watch the difference it makes for what was the leader. See, he came around Briscoe and had to be way around in his box, got him pointed wrong. That's going to lead to a slower stop, even lose more spots. Going to need to get back in front of Briscoe in that 19 car, Kevin.
Yeah, well, he's going to have a hard time winning this race if he doesn't get to pit with the track position in front of Briscoe.
Now, we talked a couple of weeks ago about cool suits and the issues. Here is Tyler Reddick trying to purge the fluid out of his cool suit.
Yeah, he's basically going to try to
because
get
it's
all
not
the water
working.
that is in that vest that he has on underneath his suit out, because that water is getting hot.
Yeah.
And you can tell that
it's so
but they don't have they don't have any way to cool this thing down because of the battery.
Reddick.
They can't run the machine, so you got to get the water
Sure, yes,
out
the
of
vigil
it,
this
because if
opening
you don't,
day.
it just sits inside that cool suit and gets hot. So he's actually using that CO2 cartridge to suck all the water
He had a great
out of
playoff.
that suit and get it off of him.
And he just put a bag of ice in place of it.
All right, lights are off, getting the choose.
Brad Keselowski maxed it out, winning stage 1 and stage 2. Reddick, Busher, Larson, Blaney all capitalizing.
But that's what Brad needed. He's taken full advantage of qualifying up in the front of the pack, and whether he wins this race or not, those 20 points will matter.
You know, South Carolina, great state for racing. They've got a road course, Carolina Motorsports Park, a couple of drag strips, off-road, 10 oval tracks in operation in this state. But one that is not is in jeopardy. We lost Myrtle Beach Speedway not long ago, and Greenville-Pickens Speedway, the developers, I mean, they are closing in, and council meetings and county and city council, folks want to save Greenville-Pickens Speedway. You need to get involved, and you need to go to these
Save the
government meetings,
Speedway.
because racetracks don't vote. If you're going to save the site of the first live televised NASCAR race in full, you need to help out. All right, Chase Briscoe's radio.
Just be smart. Don't put yourself in any bad spot there. Make sure we can finish too. You know we've got to work when we get 3-4.
9 laps difference between tires between the ones that stayed out and Briscoe.
Yeah, they're in big
right
trouble.
along with. They are in trouble.
They're in big trouble right here. Chase Briscoe needs to take full advantage of it and get control of this race back. But
Here we go.
those guys up front are going to have a hard time.
Green flag's back in the
Back
air.
of this field.
91 laps to go.
With 91 laps to go, and still at least one more pit stop.
I think it'll be just one.
The 3-car, Austin Dillon held out Briscoe on the bottom. Got a little loose, had to lift.
And that's what they all need right there. Those guys in the front that didn't pit, they want Briscoe to get held up as long as possible. They do not want to see those new tires break free any sooner than they can.
The first 6 cars did not pit. Busher, Gibbs,
Busher pulling away with the lead.
Van Gisbergen and McDowell.
And they're doing a great job of holding the cars up. Briscoe, you see him trying to look to the inside of SVG. They can wear those tires out.
Gibbs running in second.
And a lot of times this is when you see trouble. When you have the cars that are varying in speed and guys get frustrated. See Brad Keselowski right there underneath Kyle Larson in the middle, 3 wide.
Makes it work. Trying to find his way back to the front, racing for 7 after leading 87 laps today.
Well, he knows that he has to keep pace with Chase Briscoe. He needs to do everything he can to not let Briscoe get too far in front of him.
Well, 4 of the first 5 drivers just ran their personal fastest lap of the race.
Clean air, baby. Going back to Keselowski and his opportunity and basically who he's racing as we think, Kevin, I agree with you. Briscoe, so not only because of pit road, but because of the tire advantage. Remember, 9 laps better tires versus your leader, Busher, Gibbs, Suarez.
6 cars on rails today. Drops it right to the bottom. Couldn't complete the pass of McDowell this time.
He's in dirty air, though, and that's one of the things he hasn't had to do much of today. He's led most of the race.
Oh, SVG up into the wall in the middle of turns 1 and 2. One thing I want to go back to right here, we talked about those tires having 11 laps. They only had 3 green flag laps on them, so these cars actually took off and aren't as big of a disadvantage that I thought they were. I still don't think they're going to be as good as Briscoe and Brad, but I don't know that they're going to have as big a problem falling back into the middle of this field as I thought they were.
No, except for Austin Dillon, who has fallen to 13th. The rest of them are all still up there in the top 6, Kevin.
Yeah, well, we know the 17 car of Chris Buescher. He's a fast race car. 54 of Ty Gibbs. He's been fast. Daniel Suarez. So a lot of these cars have already run up front today, but ultimately the newer tires are going to be able to take control. But that 17 car leading the race up there, he's been fast enough to be in control. So it's yet to be seen, if how much of a disadvantage he will be at, because his car has been so fast. He's just not made it all the way to the front to have clean air yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, right there at the end of stage 2, he drove straight to his teammate Keselowski, didn't get him past, but in my opinion was probably the better RFK car at the time.
Keselowski fastest car on the racetrack down lap. And Briscoe, those two. To go, Chris Buescher's Mustang out in front of Darlington.
Born from bootleggers, built by rule breakers. We don't ask permission, we don't seek approval. We just are. The most relentless, unpretentious athletes on the planet. Chasing glory at 200 miles per hour. Defiantly unapologetic, authentically NASCAR.
So gross. Jesse, you remember Danny? Hey. Hey. Nice fit, bro. Thanks. Here we go. How are you doing that?
4 parks. 1 vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
Arby's Meat and 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meats. Turn back time on your engine with Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind motor oil that removes up to 100% of engine-killing deposits and protects against future damage. Ask for Valvoline Restore and Protect at your next oil change.
Imagine it.
Buescher's leading right now, has about a second-half lead over Ty Gibbs in second place.
You can climb into more freshness.
Everybody has to pit
night
again.
After night for up to 7 days.
As we know, tire wear is a big thing in this race.
Into your laundry.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. We say it's a long season and lose our minds by the 3rd inning. It's superstars climbing the wall, while the rest of us strain for the remote. And Saturday night, that's locked in. Same night every week, no thinking required. You bring the couch, you'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
Oh. Join us at Martinsville Speedway at one of NASCAR's original tracks. The half-mile paperclip of NASCAR Race Day, 2 p.m. Eastern on FS1, and the Cup race at 3:30 Eastern. It's all on FS1 as we return to Martinsville, where Denny Hamlin got his 6th grandfather clock last spring. Chris Buescher with a 2-second lead on Ty Gibbs, Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, and Brad Keselowski. Time for a Darlington County Sunday. Crank it up on Fox.
Love the sound of them engines.
To go.
74 to go here.
Five of the top 7.
Darlington Raceway.
With winless streaks of 49 races or more. And Chris Buescher leading this race, who had only led 4 laps this season, entering today, has now been out in front twice for a total of 21 laps. And continues to hold a lead of 1.6 seconds.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Chris Buescher win today, guys. I remember a couple of years ago, he got one stolen from him here. I was a witness.
It's been 49 races since he's been to victory lane in the Cup Series.
And he's just done a great job all day of keeping himself in position, not making any mistakes. And now that he's got clean air, now he's got control of this race, which means you got control when you come to pit road. You've got control of the restarts and all the things that go with this.
Which seems like the dominant car right now.
Completely told yet. I still think that.
I don't really know how much. I don't think he has too much of a tire disadvantage to the other guys.
Reddick and Buescher battling at the end. Who knows? We might wind up in the same position where Reddick's trying to get around Buescher or Brad to win this race. And so we got a lot of players up front that have been in position to win races here at Darlington.
I don't know anybody who doesn't have a history here, but yeah, that's one of the bigger rivalries.
Well, and hey, let's face it, you know, from DW to every driver to Kevin telling us today, you race this racetrack until it's time. And you get down to them closing laps. We've seen it with Kurt Busch and Ricky Craven. We've seen it a lot of times. Push comes to shove, you can do some shoving at this racetrack and make a difference.
Well, especially if you have a restart at the end of this race. So, you know, if we get a late race restart, how many times have we been here for that and just seen a melee as you go through turns 1 and 2? But it can mix it up quick.
Now look at this battle for 9th that has closed right up on the race for 7th and 8th. Cindric and Hocevar have really been going at it here for 9th place, Regan.
Well, Mike, just to give an update on both of those cars, we'll start off with Carson Hocevar, who just made the move for 9th place. Of course, started in the rear earlier today. He's had a pretty solid day, been loose all day long. 2 stops ago, they made a massive swing at it and were able to make that car significantly better. He's just a little bit free right now. And Austin Cindric, he has well been loose all day. They finally got that right. He said this is the He said, I'm going to give you one-word answers, so only give me one-word questions. It's way too tough out here today. We're working way too hard.
All right, he is up to 9th place, and if those colors look familiar, well, they should. It's no longer an official throwback weekend, but look at that blue and yellow Wrangler number 2. Yes, that's a Pontiac Grand Prix. There's one like it out in the parking lot that Hocemar's been driving, but its sponsor, Chili's, chose this paint scheme to throw back to here at Darlington.
Yeah, it might not be an official throwback scheme and kind of putting on the event, but if you show up with a throwback scheme, we'll put your car on TV.
Sure. We got Brad looking to the inside of Briscoe, and the pressure's on because Reddick is flying.
Brad's right side by side with Briscoe.
Important pass for Brad Keselowski.
Brad Keselowski in the third. Oh, no, still side by side with Briscoe. Man, they're racing hard.
We're seeing Brad being really aggressive, leaning on the left side of the car.
Man, I'm surprised they haven't gotten the wall.
They know that they want to keep this track position and try to stay in control of this race.
Fighting for third.
There's Brad.
Brad has to get around him. I think he's going to pull up front. Got it. It's a big pass for Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, and that immediately puts Chase Briscoe in position and under fire from Tyler Reddick, so he's there. And I think that's the big worry that all these guys need to have is this 45 car right here. He doesn't have an air conditioner. His battery might be running low. Whatever it is, he's got the fastest car, and they want to do everything they can to keep him behind him.
No battery, no cool suit. Yeah, he's in a hurry to get this thing over with, so he's racing to the front. Chris Buescher, your leader, with 66 to go.
ACE's Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season.
65 laps to go.
Greener grass, less weeds.
With one more stop, they can make it on fuel.
You can get a personalized prescription
they can make it on fuel this stop right now.
Folks at ACE.
But
subscribe
tires
now and
is the
save
question.
20% on everything you need all year, from our store to your front door. With service so good, it's guaranteed.
ACE is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Are you Marsha?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here. Usually not an interweb dating guy. Barely ever use this phone computer, unless it's to bundle my insurance with Liberty Bibbity.
Oh, same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can save hundreds bundling with Bibbity.
Bibbity?
Bibbity?
Bibbity.
Bibbity.
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some lasagna.
And some pinnerlies.
Only pay for what
Chase Elliott's lost the handling of his car. He's back to 20th right now.
Buying a new car? You need WeatherTech. Perhaps a nice used car. You need WeatherTech. Or maybe you're still driving Old Faithful. You need WeatherTech. No matter the age of your vehicle, American-made WeatherTech products are the solution. Because Lexus don't care what year your vehicle is. See? You do need WeatherTech. Order your American-made protection at WT.com.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
Brad Keselowski passes Ty Gibbs for second.
Note of recognizable
Reddick also
landmarks.
passes Ty Gibbs for third.
What's wrong with going in circles? Different circles, Ross. Okay. Head for the mountains.
Breeze, what's better than the freshness of a just cleaned car? Having it every day. Febreze Car gives you scent control as it fights odors in the air, even those from fabrics, for just clean freshness for 40 days.
61 laps to go. We've had some interesting pit stops. We've had some miscues on pit road. And these crews are going to have at least one more chance at it. And Larry could well decide this race.
Yes, it could. Hard to believe. 293 laps, 400 miles. It may come down to two things, Mike. When you decide to make that green flag pit stop, and when you make it, be a mistake-free, fast, and efficient. Here's the scenario. We went back racing with 91 laps to go. That's basically a one-stop situation right there. If you split it, you're looking at lap 247, which is about 14 laps to go. Based on what we've seen earlier, we may see some come a little early like Hamlin did the last time. I think once we cross over lap 240, that's when it maybe opens up.
Thanks, Larry. Now,
yeah, Brad is closing in on Buescher here.
It did not pay off, and now he's surrendered a spot to Blaney. No. and tries to come right back.
Both of those cars are absolutely flying, though.
The Hurricane on his way to the front.
Well, Hocevar had worked his way all the way up to the 7's bumper, but now you're starting to see him fade a little bit.
Now, speaking of flying, Tyler Reddick sent it into turn number 3 against Ty Gibbs, and that's going to be our big move today, sponsored by Pods. Watch the 45 here.
See ya. That is a slide job at its finest. Slide up the race, don't hit the wall. Woo-hoo.
Well, he's really good at that. He and Kyle Larson do that the best, and they're able to modulate that speed. And it looked really bad right there because Ty Gibbs is slowing down so much for the top line. He just drove that thing in a straight line all the way up the racetrack and kept it out of the fence as he made the pass. Jamie?
Yeah, that driver that he got around was Ty.
Brad has cut the lead to under half a second now, or about half a second.
Hanging tough though, getting past, but still remains in the
Still a little bit over a half second.
His teammate taking a look, Chase Briscoe on the inside. His team though, they are firing on all cylinders. His crew chief told me, we have done everything right the last 3 weeks. We're continuing to do that. They finished top 5. You see that slide right there on the bottom of your screen. But they've been in the top 5 and in the hunt, and they're looking to come in here in the next 5 to 8 laps.
Yeah, and this strategy's actually worked out pretty good for Ty Gibbs to be able to gain a couple spots. Chris Buescher, it's worked out the best for. Daniel Suarez has managed it, and I think right now those guys got themselves good enough track position and got spread out that they didn't get swallowed up by the rest of the field like Austin Dillon did.
And now Blaney's come alive. He went past Hocevar and now has passed Suarez to move up to 6th.
Fox NASCAR indeed.
During pre-race, Ryan Blaney talked about having to run through the field like this.
I hope to not pass as many as I did at Phoenix today.
Yeah,
but if it's the same end result, then I'll take it.
Well, he's passed 15
FS1 NASCAR, yeah.
Since the restart, he restarted 21st. He's 6th.
And I asked him on that pre-race, you're the best passer in the business, in the Cup Series of NASCAR, how do you do it? And he does it every week, Kevin.
Well, and the other thing he did today really well was handle the radio correctly, and he was calm, cool, and collected, because it only happened once here today. It happened twice in Phoenix, and he kind of got wound up, but he's done a great job of handling it today.
All right, here's the reverse of the situation at the end of stage 2. Yeah, Buescher held station and didn't pass his boss. Now it's reversed.
Exactly right, and just like the end of that stage, now we have starting to see people hit pit road.
Yeah, Larson's on pit road. 54 laps to go. That's kind of long, a long run there. You know,
That's going to put pressure.
That's longer than anybody has run today.
What they need to do right here is not pit when the car that's pitted in front of them pits, because of the problems that it has caused both of these guys all day. Need a clean pit stall, but all these guys starting to pit now is going to put a lot of pressure on these leaders.
And Briscoe, Blaney,
Bell's pitting. Briscoe and Blaney are pitting.
Looks at the inside. I look for them. It probably
Got
won't
Syndic
happen
on pit
many
road.
more laps before you see those leaders pit, Larry.
Yeah, you can't be far behind them. This is what happened the last set of green flag pit stops when Hamilton came the all okay.
Oh, trouble! Buescher!
Tyler Reddick, he was
Buescher in trouble.
And Tyler Reddick got into the back of him and turned him around.
Buescher's in trouble.
Big trouble.
Now Brad Keselowski to the lead. My God. No caution. He keeps going.
Byron, Blaney, Elliott. And Chris Buescher, who looked like he might have been on his way to victory here, now has got to recover.
And that's how fast it can change, Mike. Just a simple, I don't know if his hand was out the window or what happened, what the communication was between the spotters, but 45 had no idea that 17 was coming to pit road and ran all over him.
Keselowski's pitting. Buescher pitting.
Keselowski in the pit lane, along with Buescher. Regan?
Like that 6 car was contemplating coming to pit road on the lap of Chris Buescher. Almost got spun out there and ended up tagging the wall. That's for his car. Keep in mind on this next run, he's been very loose when we've had green flag pit stops after the cycle, so we'll have to see what it does here for the remaining laps.
See, I
On your track map, the 19 and the 6. Keselowski accelerating back straight away. Just didn't need a mistake, didn't. Everything was perfect right there for Keselowski. Good job, guys. Thank you. Denny Hamlin is in, so is Connor Zillich. So 5 drivers have not stopped. Josh Berry in. Reddick, Hocevar, Suarez, McDowell, Gilliland have not made this stop. Larry, why would you stay out of your Reddick? I mean, he was right there with those guys.
Yeah, the only thing I can figure Billy Scott's doing, and he's trying to split.
It's going to be an interesting finish if this goes green.
47, which is 3 laps from now.
It sounds like what William Byron did last year. He's holding on. So Brad can easily go by him. That's the difference in them new tires versus old.
Time if you can. Time if you can.
Remember, it worked
So
earlier.
Brad's in the lead.
Not had the bad stop back in stage.
Yeah, and
1.
Reddick's pitting.
Ran long.
And here comes Reddick.
Yeah, I don't know why Reddick waited that long to
The
pit.
other thing that's worked out really good right here for Brad, while these tires are new, he's got nice, clean racetrack. He had to get just a little bit, give up just a little bit of time off of turn 2 to not run over Reddick on those old tires. But he's got some really clean racetrack to be able to run some laps just as fast as he can go, because that's what you want to do. You want to take advantage of those new tires to get the laps to be as fast
No,
as
it was.
possible early on in the run.
And I want to brag on Brad.
At least on Fox it said it was.
On
Fox pylon was wrong. That's kind of what I was thinking, but like, then yeah, Fox. Now Brad takes the lead.
See him easily take the lead back. But that job he did on that last restart to start the 3rd stage was impressive. To put him in a situation where he can get back to winning this race. So Carson Hocevar pits. That leaves just McDowell and Gilliland on the racetrack, and McDowell is in the pit lane now. So we'll cycle back through and look at Chris Buescher, who got roughed up there. Instead of contending for the lead, Buescher's back in 8th place.
Yeah, and you see right up top right here, you see the 6 and the 45 right now. Brad's got himself a straightaway lead on the fastest car in the field.
Let's go back and
Brad's
see
got a
what
pretty
happened
good
from
lead.
17 to 45. You see Buescher at the bottom of your screen slowing down the pit, and Reddick didn't know it, hit him in the back and knocked him in the wall. That's a lot of damage to the outside of Buescher's car.
And the other thing I'm worried about, that 45 car hit him hard. Did it separate the nose from the splitter? I don't see any noticeable damage on the hood right there. That's a little better shot. It doesn't look like it buckled anything up around the louvers. My only worry would be whether the nose separated from the splitter. Let's hear what Chris Buescher had to say.
What's the 6th fastest I learned to hit pit road? Yeah, it's a 4, yeah. The way the 45 entered into the corner, like if it had been the opposite, it would have been fine. I mean, it was close. It was worth the gamble. It is what it is. We're trying to win a race.
Yeah, I don't know about gambling when you're winning the race. You're already in position to win the race, so I don't know. Tough call there.
Well, Buescher is 6th, 38 seconds off the lead. Or 38 seconds, yeah. I can't imagine that car's driving better than it did before. He slapped the wall really hard.
Yeah, well, he was spending time on the whole exchange, even if it is driving good still. You know, he got up into the fence, had to run an
43 laps to go.
Around, and the time that he was sideways, getting back up to speed, and you know that's why all that time piled up on him right there. But I'm with you, Clint. Like, there's no way that slapping the right rear and then the right front is going to make that car handle better.
I know not everybody is a fan of this 7th generation car, but if Buescher had taken that hit with a 6th gen NASCAR car, he'd either be in the garage or he'd be in the pits for lengthy repair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chase Briscoe's last lap was 2/100ths quicker than leader Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, but
Tyler Reddick, the fastest car on track.
Don't look too far behind, because those fresher tires of Tyler Reddick right now are about 6-7 tenths of a second faster, and he's making up time in a hurry.
Yeah, Reddick might catch Brad. But instead, will Reddick have enough tires to make it to the end? Does it stay green also?
Long way to go and 41 laps to get there. Here's your aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, and proven legendary.
Well, the one thing I'm watching out for here, guys, is what happens to that 6 car at the end of this run. We know it's going to be a fairly long run if we go all the way to the end under green, but the last run, Brad got really loose at the end of the run, and Buscher was able to get by him.
1 lap ago, Reddick got into the wall, and he pulled out all the stops. Coming out of pit road, he was 7 seconds behind Brad, and he's knocked that deficit in half.
That's just a little low top there.
Well, we saw how hard he hit it in qualifying, going for the pole, and just absolutely smoked him in qualifying. And I think right now he knows he's behind, so he's willing to take more risk and get up there against the wall where he can gain that speed that he needs. So,
well, he has a tire advantage. There's no question. Now that we're on the other side of the pit stop, you have a little bit of advantage here, but it's still 39 laps to go. Got to do some tire managing still.
And how much does that? Right now, it's that lap even hitting the wall. It was 4 tenths, but how much does that even out at the end of the run? But right now, he just gained another 6 tenths of a second on Brad.
So Briscoe is 1.5 back, 1.5 seconds. Reddick 2.8 seconds back. Ty Gibbs 6.0, Ryan Blaney 6.5, then Chris Buscher.
Tyler Reddick's cut his lead from 7 seconds to under 3 seconds now.
Back. Larson and Jones 11 seconds back. That is your top 10.
Blaney has done a fabulous job of getting himself back established with the front runners of this race. He's been all over the place today.
Yeah, and Reddick does have a good points lead, so he can take some risks, some bold moves.
Doing Ryan Blaney things, isn't he, Kevin?
Passing cars.
Every week, it's the same thing. And ultimately, this is just a day where you can't go
75-point lead right now.
You can't go to the back one time and make it all the way back to the front when you have a decent car. Tyler Reddick has a spectacular car and was able to get himself back up to the front of the field. But Ryan Blaney, as he does week in and week out, does a nice job. And what a difference in 2 stories between Ryan Blaney and the car behind him, Joey Logano. Who would have thought the champ would be 34th right now?
3 laps down. There is Ryan Blaney's day in a graph. He has
Tyler Reddick takes second from Briscoe. Right past him.
See Reddick passing Briscoe for second.
Tyler Reddick talking about what happened between he and Chris Buscher as Buscher was trying to enter the pit.
Now less than a 2-second lead. Tyler Reddick's really cut it down here.
That spotter Nick Payne up on the roof.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I just don't know that the chance is worth taking right there from the 17 car standpoint. I mean, they're still running pretty good, but their chance to win this race is over unless the caution or something crazy happens here at the end of this race. So tough break for Chris Buscher and that 17 group. And you know, you hear him talking about nobody wanting to wave their hand up here to let you know when they're pitting.
Yeah, sucks
and
for
that's
Buscher.
because nobody wants to let their strategy out.
Right.
I like it.
8 seconds back. Coming up next, around the turn on FS1, well, there are no turns at the Arizona Nationals. It's drag racing, NHRA style. That's next on FS1. Next Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox, IndyCar racing outside Birmingham, Alabama, Barber Motorsports Park.
I'd say 2026 Daytona 500 on the Fox listings.
3:30 Eastern Time. Ty Gibbs, 4th place.
Yeah, I think both of these cars we thought were decent yesterday. I don't think any of us thought that they could keep up with the 45 of Tyler Reddick, who still has the fastest car and was the fastest car yesterday. So.
Look at that lap time right there, Kevin. You're so spot on. Flying out there, Tyler Reddick. You better run, Keselowski. He's coming. This purple car is going to get a lot bigger in the mirror. Larry?
Hey, guys, you remember Tyler Reddick earlier in the race? How he was smooth with the throttle, picking it up gradually? That's out the window, buddy. He's getting all he can.
Well, we've seen him in the wall. But Brad's going to make it hard on him. It took 30. Busher never did quite get the job done, but he was a teammate.
Yeah,
that pass is a little bit easier, but here's the opportunities. The lapper's coming.
He might try to make it hard on him, but when you're that much faster, there's not a lot of defense left, Clint.
Fast car and a little bit better tires as well. Somewhat ironic that Brad Keselowski gave Tyler Reddick.
Seems like Reddick will catch him
in NASCAR's National Series. Reddick ran trucks for Brad's team. Good point. I want to go back to that pit stop, though, Larry. We were questioning why Billy Scott decided to stay out, and this is why right here.
Well, again, they did it earlier, and had it not been for that bad stop, it would have worked out just fine for them. Well, while we're at it right now, let's just talk about the trends of the race. Now, they've been a little fickle this year, but I don't make these numbers up. They're the real world. But in the 8 races with the Gen 7 car at Darlington, which has been basically the last 4+ years, the average of the last caution comes at 27 to go, which is about 2 laps from now. We have had 2 overtimes, the spring of 23 and the spring of 25. That would completely change the complexity.
Here comes Reddick.
And here's the fight for the lead. Tyler Reddick led 49 laps, most of them very early as he started from the pole. Brad Keselowski's led the most laps, 105 so far. This is the adjustment down here, making the difference. And
here comes Reddick for the lead. Reddick takes the lead.
That is unbelievable right there. How
Tyler Reddick to the lead with 28 laps to go here at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
Got through the first part of the corner really well and was able to cut that car down. Brad was on the opposite trajectory. He was low entry, having to go up the racetrack in the middle of the track, and just way better race car. Drove by race car tires, everything for Tyler Reddick, but he entered higher, like you said, Clint.
Yeah, when he entered high, Brad entered low, and when he had to lift, he crossed him. He was already back on the gas and drove off. That's a textbook pass. And Reddick's been doing that all weekend long, entering a little higher into one. We noticed that yesterday in practice, and it just paid dividends and put him in the lead. 40 laps into this race, Tyler Reddick was wondering if he had a car that would get him to the finish line. Alternator not charging. So all that equipment, especially your cool suit that you cannot run, and yet here he is with the lead.
So we think it's going to make it.
26 to go. Battery in the car looked like a small lithium-ion style battery.
I think it'll make it. If there's a caution, though, this show will be even more interesting.
And it should get him to the finish. Here's the race for 10th place. Hocevar, the Hurricane underneath Kyle Larson.
I don't think there'll be a caution. I really don't. I think this race is going to go great in the end.
Today, that Hurricane, Hocevar, has done a great job today. Getting up through the field, staying patient. Right side of that thing's not all tore up. Almost won the truck race Friday, was leading it with 4 laps to go.
Yeah, as you see, Carson looked to the inside of Suarez right here for 9th position. And you know, look, Carson is knocked 2 toe links out of this car in practice and qualifying. And I think the thing that people don't give Carson enough credit for, he does learn. And he makes a lot of people mad and does a lot of things that the drivers don't like. But he's exciting to watch. But he's also really fast. He's going to knock some toe links off. But here we are with 24 laps to go, and his car is still rolling. So he's done a great job today.
And it's moving forward. Jamie.
Well, how about Ryan Blaney, the run that he's on, you guys? He got around Gibbs, now in 4th, and this run is impressive for multiple reasons. One, this has not been a place that he's gotten
another
to finish.
golden hour race. Love it.
One top 5 finish in 18 races here. On top of that, yesterday when they unloaded, they were not happy with the speed. They felt like they were really off. They threw a bunch much at this race car yesterday and this morning. Then you add on to that the poor pit stops twice today. Not a lot of confidence when he comes down pit road, but he is overcoming that on the racetrack for Ryan Blaney.
It's been a strange day for Team Penske. Blaney doing Blaney things, passing cars. He's fourth. Austin Cindric has had a rather quiet day, but he's been in the top 10 most all day. Cindric is seventh, and Joey Logano has had a day he'd like to forget. 3 laps down in 33rd.
Well, Austin Cindric has done a nice job, and there's been points in the day where it looked like that car could run in the top 5, but Joey Logano's day has been awful. And you heard him say on the radio that how bad that they missed the setup on this car. Definitely not something that you expect to see out of this 22 team in a performance like they've had today. So this will definitely be a topic of conversation as you show up on Monday, and I promise you that man right there will be there early.
And he's not even the first car 3 laps down. He's the middle of 3. Below him, Bubba Wallace had trouble. He's down 5. Cody Ware down 7. Timmy Hill out of the race. 21 to go, Larry.
Well, they've asked Tyler Reddick.
Where's Chase Elliott at?
Not twice, but 3 times. How was the update, buddy? You know what he has said?
He's running in
Absolutely
18th.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're not stopping, so just keep it going, Larry.
Does that make you nervous, Larry, or do you like that? I'm not nervous with almost a second lead right now. Let it get. Eat it.
8th for Hocevar. He just keeps coming. Passing William Byron. And now Hocevar is
just cannot drive that race car.
in the race.
I think the car kind of sucks for him this week.
Wow, I'm glad you pointed that out, Mike. I've been so focused on Tyler Reddick and Brad Keselowski, but Carson Hocevar being the lead Chevrolet.
I think he's a good driver.
Not what I was expecting you to say. And you look for Kyle Larson and William Byron, they're 9th and 11th, but let's not forget Carson Hocevar's teammate Daniel Suarez. He's running 10th. So what a great day for Spire Motorsports from those two.
Did Tyler Reddick win his race with mods and went on to watch his shit up? What?
Hocevar had to start the race from the
Kyle
rear after
sucking.
they changed an upper control arm this morning. So from 37th to 8th with 18 to go.
Yeah, cheating Toyotas.
I know we touched on this earlier in the race about this 7 car, but Clint, you've been a part of changing teams.
That's the damn problem with NASCAR is them damn cheating Toyotas. If we didn't have them, NASCAR would be a beautiful place.
This one's been pretty consistent to start these first several weeks of the season with Suarez and his team.
Well, especially, I don't know what happened there, transpired, doesn't matter. End of the day, he's not at Trackhouse anymore, he's at Spire, and when you lose a ride like that and you move on, you just never know, and you worry about it, you worry yourself sick about it in the off season, you try to do everything, you think on paper it looks pretty good, everybody thinks that way, right? Here's the plan, we think it's going to be good, you never know until you get out there. Plan's working so far, so good for Daniel Suarez, looks good on it. And I think that's why you see that frustration in Chastain on the flip side of that. We kind of touched on that earlier when they got into it last week. That ain't easy to watch a teammate walk away and be running better than you.
Oh, Jesus,
Hocevar gets another spot. He passes Cindric for 7th. Well, in case you missed it, we've only had 4 caution flags today. 2 of them were for the stage end. Tyler Reddick. Trouble starting earlier, a jack issue, and then the charging issue. The alternator was turning but not charging the battery. They had to replace the battery. So Brad Keselowski won stages 1 and 2, which included a caution when Denny Hamlin got into the back of Eric Jones. Bubba Wallace also involved. That was at the midpoint of stage 2. Big close call here.
I'm going to tell you, like your channel, keep up the good work. Oh, I appreciate that. Maiko, I appreciate that.
And Busher got up and bounced off the wall.
I appreciate your viewership.
Then at lap 197, we had a spin up in turn number 4, Riley Herbst. That's the only other caution today.
we were questioning the damage on Chris Buescher's car, and I think that it's obviously still running good, but that's going to allow Hocevar, that little loose right there, thought that was going to allow Hocevar to get on the outside of him, but he, at a bare minimum, he got right to his back bumper.
He's going to take this car from about 10th on this run and maybe put it in the top 5 here. Wow. Look out.
Man.
Producer Chuck McDonald said that's Category 5 hurricane right there.
Well, we've seen those 3 wides not work out with everybody still rolling. That one worked
Yeah, this is an all-American channel with Samuel Wilson, a man who loves beer and alcohol. Yeehaw!
Wave there to Buescher. Like thanks. Cindric tries to take advantage. And they're under Gibbs. And that will put Hocevar in the top 5. How about that?
What a great drive.
Incredible.
And done most of that work this run. Yes. That tells you how fast that car has been on this particular run.
Blaney got around.
Tom got the money last week
happened pretty fast.
when Denny Hamlin won.
We were watching that battle with
That was his
Hocevar.
starting spot guy.
Hocevar was
This
the
week it's
latest of
Hocevar.
everybody to come to pick
Hocevar
up
has the
the
freshest tires of anyone, but I don't know if he has enough time to catch the leader.
Well, the 2 cars ahead of him now are about 3 seconds out. But as Larry pointed out, his tires are 7 laps fresher than theirs. Maybe he can run them down in these last 11 laps.
Well,
Been fun to watch.
He might run a couple of them down, but Reddick is 1 lap shorter than
Blaney's flying, guys. You see right there, about 2 tenths faster than second place Keselowski. Obviously matching the leader Reddick's time. We may have enough time with 10 to go. If you see the 12 car pass the 6 for second.
Hocevar that last lap was a half second faster than any of them.
Tires matters, what you're telling me.
Yes. Turning it up with 10 to go.
I don't know if Hocevar's gonna have enough
he's got
time.
pressure tires, and he's also got some clean racetrack to run those laps for a while to make up some of that time.
Now he's only 2 seconds back of Briscoe. Says Marg machine on the back there. Dale's car in that color scheme was, he ran the first part of the season as the number 2 Pontiac, and then the number 3 for Richard Childress. Said Gene's machine on the back when it was Earnhardt's paint scheme. Mark for, of course, Margarita.
He's earned a margarita today.
Rocks, no salt.
Well, this would be a huge.
Who do you like, Kyle Busch? I'm assuming you meant why do I like Kyle Busch?
To be able to overcome the adversity
Well,
of everything that they've been through today.
I mean, NASCAR was always kind of on in my house
Purposely put another battery
for like my whole life, but I don't really remember it until like a few races in like 2009.
his own water out, and
I
being
remember a
able
few
to
races from like
keep
2009, but I didn't
in
really
the
care. I didn't
car
really
all
know
day
much of
physically.
anything.
So
I
this
knew
is
like
gonna
Jimmy
be a
Johnson,
one-tire driver,
and I knew
but
like
they
the
have
M&M's
had
car.
the
That was
best
it.
car all weekend.
And my friend Camden in 2010 really got me into it because he told me about Kyle Busch.
Just made a pit stop late. Pitted
My friend Camden was in the stream earlier. Don't know if he's in it still.
Larson will fall off the lead lap.
And that got me into Kyle Busch and really got me into NASCAR.
Racing from the back to the front to win. Blaney a couple weeks ago.
I've watched pretty much every race since then. I haven't missed a single race
Well, think about it.
in almost 11 years.
We've had some different rules. We've had some different things happen. We've had here we've got a different right side tire. We've got more horsepower. And at Phoenix we had more horsepower. And so when you have those scenarios of things that change that everybody hasn't had figured out yet, it allows for things to happen. As you see Hocevar go by Chase Briscoe.
4th place.
Hocevar to 4th.
What a
6 to go.
in this last segment with a 23-year-old from Michigan.
And right now he's hoping for a caution.
Sure.
He wants to have a chance. We know how much Carson Hocevar will
Yeah, but
push
if there's
on
a
these
caution, then
restarts
other people are
to
going to
take
hit behind
chances
him.
and do what he needs to do to try to win the race. So he's hoping for a caution inside of these last 5 laps.
Single-handedly, Hocevar has put Chevrolet in the top half dozen here.
See the 5 having trouble again. He was on pit road bit, way off the pace. I think maybe engine trouble or something. Yeah, definitely wrong with a 5. Now 2 laps.
Larson's slow.
Yeah, he's just going to try to toughen out here.
Yeah, it looks to me like something's broken.
That's
back of the
totally.
car.
Look
Yeah.
how the right rear is sticking way out. Yeah, definitely bent toe links all over the place.
He didn't come to pit road there.
Tough day for Hendrick Motorsports. Their best car is William Byron in 9th. Chase Elliott is 15th. Justin Allgaier a lap down in 24th. And Kyle Larson.
Larson's slow.
Yeah, that Kyle Larson car is out of control on the apron of the racetrack. Got to keep our eye on that car as it just tries to limp around and finish the race.
Still didn't come to pit road.
Has a 4-second lead on
4 to go.
Keselowski.
3 to go.
10 on Ryan Blaney, the 2 Fords right behind him. And it is a toe link on Kyle Larson, we're told. They confirm. And NASCAR says he's below minimum speed. He's got to pick up the pace.
It's going to be another win for Tyler Reddick. I don't think MJ's here today.
It better keep sticking with 2 to go. Better not pick the pace up too much on that 5 car. I think I'll be around.
2 to go.
That we see right
So
there.
Riley Herbst in the wall,
car
Briscoe in the
got,
wall.
Up into the 35 car. Both of those cars hit the fence.
But they're still rolling.
They are.
Green still.
But they've been in the wall. Yes. All right, if we stay green next time by, the white flag will wave.
Here we come.
And it'll be 1 lap to go.
White flags in the air. One more time around at Darlington.
One more time.
Well, it doesn't matter at this point. We've taken the white flag, so Tyler Reddick
It looks like Tyler Reddick's going to do it.
And he's going to win the race. So
Clean air in front of him. Don't even push it. Push the clutch in if you have to. Goes back. Huge lead. What a drive.
Tyler Reddick won the first 3 races of the year.
Everybody right about now.
Has a huge points lead and is going to further ensure his spot as one of the championship favorites. With a win here in the Goodyear 400, Tyler Reddick wins at Darlington.
After winning the first 3 of the season.
Everybody wait to fight all day and never give up. We said never know what's going to come our way. Stay after it, 1 run at a time. Hell yeah. Fastest Xfinity Internet all weekend.
No power to the cool suit, no problem.
That is dangerous for the competition. What a points lead they have. Keselowski, fantastic job for Brad Keselowski and company. Everybody at RFK brought fast race cars. Blaney, a comeback. Hocevar from the
So it was about a 49-minute green flag run there to end the race.
Tyler Reddick becomes the 3rd driver to win 4 of a season's first 6 races. Dale Earnhardt did it in '87, Bill Elliott in 1992.
Well, he's also got a 95-point lead, so
Tyler Reddick, your winner here today.
those races.
23-11.
Already his 4th win of the season. That's crazy.
Most wins in a single season.
Well, they didn't wait long.
Before March is over.
Well, this 45 car has just been unbelievable all year. Michael Jordan here at the racetrack again, so he's having so much fun, he just keeps coming back. Jamie?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess MJ just needs to show up to the racetrack and his driver overcomes everything. I don't even know where to begin. All the issues for him that he overcame, MJ. What was that like watching from your perspective?
Oh, Michael Jordan is here.
Pretty sure it was frustrating for him because he had an unbelievable car. And, you never know what's going to happen, especially at Darlington. And I think that, the key to him winning was, just keeping his head. I think Billy did a good job of trying to keep him calm. We knew we had a fast car. We knew we on a 30-lap run, we were real good. On a short lap run, we were real good. So we just had to get the car right. And, he kept his composure, and I think he did an unbelievable job.
I know you're so competitive. How fun is that when you know he's down and out and watching him come to the field?
Well, I just wanted everything to be, good. Because once he gets back out there, then I feel like his competitive juices are going to carry him all the way to the end. And, those are the longest 18 to 20 laps that I can even imagine. I just didn't want to see a caution. And a caution would have changed everything. But he did the job. He earned it all week. And I'm real proud of the team.
Congratulations, 4th win on the season.
So let me correct, there is no tie. This is the most wins in any season 23-11 has had, and the march is not even over. And he parks it on the start-finish line to the roar of the crowd.
Tyler Reddick out here winning. Look at his son.
I love it. The whole family's there to help him celebrate.
Where's MJ?
That's why you do it. That's for sure.
Here's Regan.
Tyler Reddick with family in tow. He's going to run up here to grab the checkered flag in front of Darlington Raceway. After what was an absolutely incredible performance. Tyler, the stat sheet's going to say you started first and finished first today, but there's a whole lot more than that in the middle of this race. When you're on pit road changing a battery about 50 laps in, did you think it was going to be possible?
I know never to give up. And I think it's very fitting that when we finally get our first win here at Darlington, that the Lady in Black would test us like that. We've been so close so many times, and I mean, lap one, we had the charging problem where the battery wasn't charging at all, so all day long just not running fans, sweating my tail off inside the race car, and we knew it was gonna be physical, so yeah, I don't know. Really wore out, but I guess I don't need as much of that cooling stuff as I normally have.
I'd be careful saying that too loud. Billy Scott might not let you have it next week. You've been runner-up 3 times here at Darlington. I know how much you wanted this one. You just mentioned a second ago how much it means to you, but Darlington, this is the place that's too tough to tame, and you finally done it.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I made my first lap here in O'Reilly Auto Parts car, there's just something about this racetrack that's so special, just so challenging, and it's been really fun for my evolution as a driver over the years. My time in an O'Reilly Auto Parts car, my time at RCR, and what we perfected, my time here at 2311. So, just really proud of everybody, and it's cool to get Boss Man his 4th win on the year.
Tyler Reddick wins his 4th of the season.
Well, Brad Keselowski comes home in the runner-up position, led 106 laps, a big-time points day for you as well, 55 points, but I heard you guys say it on the radio, felt like you might have had the best car on the day. How do you process this?
Yeah, no, we didn't have the best car of the day, not compared to Tyler. Tyler drove a hell of a race, and he's driving a rocket, and he's making it count right now. So I think we got the most out of the day. We were going to get honest, but you know, we scored a lot of stage points, 2nd place, 1st place loser, but that's okay. We're doing the things we need to do and making the most of the days we have, and it's really cool to have the Greg Biffle cars run up front. I put a nice right-side stripe on the car. I think that would make Greg proud. If you know Greg, you understand that one, but a good day for us on coming Ford Mustang.
Best finish of the season so far for Brad Keselowski, Jamie.
And what a drive for Ryan Blaney. Talk about overcoming issues, too, on pit road. It was like Phoenix all over again. You came up just 2 spots short, but you passed 48 cars again, Ryan. Take me through the emotions of your day.
No less than Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, a solid car all day. I thought we had good speed, especially long run speed, and yeah, just stuff we got to work on pit road. So hopefully we'll get better at that, address the issues that we got, and go forward. But that's really all we can do. But I'm really proud of the 12 guys for bringing me a good car and getting it better all day and kind of adjusting to where we were in the pack. That's kind of a tough way to do it. But appreciate Menards, Delta, Ford Racing, Dent Wizard, Wabash, Body Armor, Advanced Auto Parts, Dex.
Yo, I'm just like wilding out right now because my boss just got fired and arrested for stealing money.
I thought the package was really.
I did not know that.
Really fun. You could kind of make it angry, and you were going to pay the price. So that's pretty good. And I think it was the first time in my Cup career that I've let guys go on a restart or
That's
on
crazy.
a green flag cycle, and I said to myself, I'm gonna see you in about 20. And that happened multiple times. So I think we're making progress on that. So just we'll keep going. But like I said, proud of the fight by the 12 guys.
Well done. Ryan Blaney brings it home third. Mike.
Fourth win for Tyler Reddick as he loads his son Bo into the car for the trip to victory lane. I'm going to run out of fingers here pretty quick. Wow, what a season for 23-11. Look at their win totals. 19 starts, with the 3 cars, and 4 victories already. That's their best ever.
Well, let's not forget, this is still a pretty young company, so they're really starting to get themselves in a rhythm, and you're really starting to see the performance this year with those 4 wins early on, all from Tyler Reddick.
Wasn't just Reddick. Carson Hocevar came on like a hurricane today. Regan?
Well, Mike, that's right. What a performance there. Not only all day long, but in particular at the end of the race for Carson Hocevar. It started in the rear today. You guys had to work on this car a lot early on, but when it counted at the end, it was a rocket ship.
Yeah, I didn't make it easy. I hit the wall. We started last, and then, we had a loose wheel at some point, and, just trying to, just grind it out, and felt like our car was good when I finally could get it rolling and just get momentum and we could get one-on-one. But if there was 10 in front of me, I was just kind of stuck. So, yeah, super proud of this effort. Chili's put a lot of pressure on me to run good with the scheme. So super happy to run good here. They put a lot into throwback. They put a lot in this race program, and it's great to get them a good result. And super proud of everybody at Spire. Really, this 77 last year was. We found every way to run 30th. This year I was like, oh no, we're just finding every way to finish 20th. Bad luck, whatever. But it's good to take one and steal one a little bit here today.
Certainly fun to watch at the end of the race. Thanks. Josh?
Well, Austin Cindric grinds his way home to a 5th place finish. Best finish at Darlington in the Cup Series for you. Bring me through your day.
Yeah, I think just first time in a long time, I feel like I can say
Fuck Cindric.
We've had 3 stages that either have gone our way or we've executed well. I think 2 teams done a lot of high-level stuff this year and brought me a lot of fast race cars, and it's long overdue. I think for me and the team for a result that lines up with the performance, but I'm proud of the effort. It's where we need to be. Points in every stage, I think, and be able to get a top 5 at a tough place like this. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of challenges going into the week trying to figure out this new package, but guys brought me a fast Fairliner Ford, and hopefully sign of things to come for this group, because really proud of the effort, from Daytona to here.
Something this 2 team can build off of, guys.
Thanks, Josh. Let's have
All
a
right.
look at point standings. Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick leads by 95 points. That's a huge lead here.
Races over Ryan Blaney. Bubba Wallace holds
That's
third.
huge
Denny Hamlin.
after 6 races.
Elliott, Byron, Busher, Bell, Keselowski up into the top 10, and Larson. Let's take you down through the cut
Logano
line,
right at the
where
cut
Joey
line.
Logano had a tough day today and is right
186
even there
back.
with Michael McDowell ahead of all
Right even with Michael
Smith
McDowell.
and Chastain. Folks, I think today you have seen one of the gutsiest performances in the history of the NASCAR Cup Series with Tyler Reddick and what he overcame both from the car and personally with that cool suit not working. Unbelievable.
Oh, it was unbelievable, and it has been since we've started this season for the 23-11, but obviously the 45. I want to go back to 23-11 second. Bubba Wallace, extremely fast race car, got wiped out in that incident with the 11 car and Jones, but the package, Kevin, low downforce, score horsepower, it's exactly what I was hoping for.
Well, we put all these guys in a position to where they had to drive the heck out of this car, and it wasn't going to handle good regardless of what you had underneath you. But in the end, Tyler Reddick had the fastest car, gutted it out, and won the race.
And a lot of great stories. RFK in stages 1 and 2. Hocevar charging at the end. Eric Jones, another top 10 at Darlington. He's good here and showed it again today. 2 of the 3 Penske cars with a great day. Hendrick and a lot of the Chevrolets still with work to do. We got a lot of stories as we head for Martinsville.
That's for sure.
That's a pretty good track for Hendrick, right?
I believe it is. Yep. Well, next Sunday we'll be at Martinsville, Virginia. Somebody wins the grandfather clock NASCAR race day, 2 p.m. Eastern, Sunday on FS1. And the Cup Series race, 3:30 Eastern Sunday. And it's all on
Alright. So like I said, I think my boss just got fired and arrested at work. That's pretty fucking funny. Oh, God. He was stealing, apparently. Anyway, my stream schedule for next week. Monday, I will not be live. There will be no streams tomorrow. Tuesday, I'll be live very late. It'll be very late at night. I'll be live at 10:55 for the Nuggets and the Suns game. That's another Peacock game, one of the very late games. Wednesday, there will be no stream. I will not be live on Wednesday. Thursday is opening day. Yeah, opening day. I'm super excited. I'll be live for the Red Sox and the Reds. It's in Cincinnati. I'll be live at 3:55 for that game. On Friday, there will be no stream. None. And on Saturday, there will be 2 streams. There'll be the O'Reilly-Martinsville race. That'll be live at 3:15. I'll be live at 3:15 for that. And then the Jazz and the Suns I'll be live for at 10 p.m. on Saturday. And then Sunday I'll be live for the Martinsville Cup race at 2:45. So yeah. I'm going to end this shit right here. Fun times today. Congrats to Tyler Reddick. Sucks that Kyle didn't win once again. Would have got me the money if he did. But don't even care about that. Just want him to win. But yeah, want to thank you guys for watching, and peace out.